Yeah, welcome to another Friday at the Kings of the Round Table.
Indeed.
Round Table, we have Urban Solutions, and yeah, it's about to go down. Every week we got a bunch of questions up in this little ball right here. Don't nobody know what's in here, but we're gonna figure it out as we go. I'm MD 2020 for sure, as if you didn't know. And if you know me, my name's Marcus Daniels, if you already know me. And my man,
I'm K Rams, the angry tow truck driver. You can always catch me at krams.com.
Yeah.
Y'all know who the hell I'm is and who I ain't. Goddamn,
Yeah.
3.
It's Uncle Baldy.
What up?
What's happening? Urban Solutions.
Urban Solutions.
Dante, Superman Productions, comedian, catch me at Columbia City Theater.
Welcome.
Don't give up, I didn't. Here I am. There you are.
My name James Hughes of Capricorn, and I like nice walks in the park.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right. So we're about to start. So once again, we got to do a little parental advisories. You know, we are kings at the table, so we're going to be speaking our minds, saying some things that may offend people, may not. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to get offended quick, I suggest you change the channel.
Don't take
trying to
it
offend nobody,
personal.
but sometimes
We're going to get real reactions. We're going to get real reactions from these questions. In depth with the answers. So therefore, let's start it off.
Let's start it off.
Let's go.
Yeah, I started off since I missed last week. Here we go.
Playing hooky.
Playing hooky, right? Okay, let's see what playing
Ain't
hooky
that
got me. Name a major accomplishment or hurdle you have overcame.
That's a good one.
Okay? Yeah, that's a good one.
Major accomplishment.
I got all paper ones.
Wilding in the streets, going from that to running my own business, my own tow truck company now. You know, that was a major accomplishment. You know, all the hurdles with baby mama and all the other stuff in the streets. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all.
Right, that is
Scary
an
as hell.
accomplishment. Right.
It was terrifying, but you got to keep pushing. You don't know where you're gonna land.
With me, surviving. Loving life. That's all I got to say about that one.
They're surviving, right? I hear that. What you got to say, Brian?
Man, learning how to go from standing up to sitting down. Learning how to not being able to piss it in the bag.
Right.
Oh man, just surviving like my man James said. It's hard as hell to go from being able to stand up and walking to the next day you waking up and you can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Can you reach that for me? You know, I'm just glad to be alive. Thank you much.
That's real. Don't give up.
Right.
Don't give
I
up.
get it.
Yeah, that's real.
I would say showing how to be powerful without using our size and our skin color to do so. How can we combat people in the entertainment industry without having to get physical and hurt their pockets instead of hurting their body?
Yep. I like that.
I'm ready to 55, man. That's
Major accomplishment.
That's a major accomplishment. I can't tell you the story, but yeah, just making it to 55, man.
We'll say that.
Any major hurdles?
We here. That's all
We
I'm
here.
at.
Yeah, we here.
I got all paper one
Okay.
One time?
Okay, twice.
Hey.
Twice. No.
Okay.
Man, having grown ass kids.
Yeah. Being able to see them grow up.
Having grown ass
That's
kids.
real. I like that one.
That's
I like
that on
that
that one, man. I like that. My daughters, all my daughters went to college. I wear everything I wear is what my daughter went to. My daughter's about to graduate from USC. My
Congratulations.
youngest.
That's a
My
compliment.
other daughter, she went to Washington, and my other daughter went to Wazoo. So, and my son went to Minnesota State. So,
Congratulations.
all my children went to college.
That's good.
And that's all I do.
That was major.
We gotta get that up, man. All kids in
I
college.
like that.
That's
That's
a
real.
major accomplishment right
That's
there.
real.
I like what you said, sir.
That's real.
We go by.
All right, moving on to the next one.
Is it on you or me?
You go ahead. You got your truck outside.
Let's see.
Shit. My car might be staying here for the night.
That's drinking fast.
Okay, I get it.
Your favorite movie soundtrack?
Okay, favorite movie
Ooh.
sound.
You go
I already know.
Which one you got?
Movie
It's real
soundtrack.
simple. Above the Rim.
Come on.
Above the rim, I like that one. I like that
Above
one.
the Rim is a motherfucking classic from.
Yeah.
Above the Rim had everything from Afro Puffs,
Man.
Regulators, Pour Out a Little
Tupac.
Liquor, SWV,
Yeah.
everything in between.
Right.
Brody
Yeah,
Low.
you're right on that one.
South
You're right on
Central.
that one.
South
South
Central.
Central.
South
Yeah,
Central.
all right.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a
Wake
good
your
one.
punky ass up.
Right, right. What about New Jack City?
Whoa, hell yeah.
That's a
on now.
classic.
Because that was the New Jack Swing era and all
Yeah.
them songs on there.
Right.
Christopher Williams.
What you think?
I can't remember the name of the damn.
Yeah, this one I gotta pass.
You got to pass to the soundtrack.
From a
What you
great,
said, what you guys said was good, man. I'm still thinking.
No.
But there's so
name
many.
of the damn. I can't remember. I could see the damn shit, but I can't remember.
Which way is
With Lorenzo Tate and them.
Minister
Menace
Society.
to Society.
No,
Love
no.
Jones.
Love
Oh, you talking
Jones.
about dead presidents?
Yeah,
Dead
Dead
Presidents.
Presidents.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a good
Now
song.
I gotta take you back though. I gotta take you
That's
back.
a good
Where
take
you
it
going?
That's
back.
about Curtis Mayfield and Superfly.
Superfly, you son of a bitch.
soundtrack.
Hey,
That's
I'm a little too young
original.
for that.
Oh,
Okay, I don't
yeah.
see
Yo,
that.
you know what?
Come on.
I'm gonna say car wash.
Oh, the
Working
original.
Working in the car wash.
Where's the car
I
wash?
still gotta say Superfly.
Yeah, that was
That's
good.
Superfly, though.
Superfly.
Man,
For my
right
generation,
there.
it's above the rim. But you go back that far, I'll give you
Car
Superfly.
wash. Car wash.
man,
Car
look,
wash
I
was deep,
fuck
yeah.
heavy with, you know what I'm saying, the 5 Heartbeats.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good one too.
That's a
I
good
fuck
one.
heavy with that.
Oh, yeah.
With that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
For
a
the throwback.
sleeper right there.
For the
man.
throwback.
Five heartbeats.
For the
Yeah.
throwback, you know what I'm saying? For
That is a
the
throwback.
you know,
Yeah.
my wiggle in them, probably Boys in the Hood.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Boys in the Hood was filthy too.
All right.
I get you said about the 5 heartbeats.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to get it right. If you go that way, you can never come back. Am I saying it right? Am I saying it right?
That's the
Yeah,
said
when
that's
he
Fireboy.
when he threw the album cover up in the way.
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
right.
part.
You right.
Right, right.
You right.
That
All
part.
right. New question.
All right, here we go.
How to stop light skin versus dark skin. Here we go.
Man, come on,
I ain't
man.
going there.
Go ahead. You got
Oh
this.
shit!
Is there? I mean, what's the
It's
competition?
it's
You bring
gonna
the white
always.
person in the middle.
It's
So
gonna
I can't get that. Hey, you know what's funny? We don't have this conversation unless we have a white guy in the room. We all come together. I can't do
Let's
this.
get it right.
Look, man, it's gonna
All right.
always be as fucked up as it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So you get used to it, get comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't fuck with the motherfucker next to you over their color, fuck you anyway.
I seen a meme about that the other day. They had the little emojis of the purple dude and the yellow dude. You know what I'm saying? They was like the light skin and all the dark skin. Which one was first and all that. You know?
Right. So hold up. Do you think they like mentally mess people up like way back in slavery to challenge the light skin and dark
Yeah.
skin, and then it was like
That was the difference.
So
you
I
have
see
to. I mean, you
Well,
have to.
It was difference between the field and the house.
Yeah. Right. Right.
And
So
if the chick was light skinned and 9 times out of 10 master is the daddy, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
And if it was a male or whatever, 9 times out of 10, the buck was giving it to the
Well, see-
woman of the house.
But see, that goes back to Gator Bait.
But they was breeding.
That go back to Gator
But
Bait.
see, it goes back to
Go ahead, Randall.
like you said, the slavery thing. You know, with blacks, before it was mulattoes, a lot of
right.
blacks
Mulattoes.
that was light skinned. They were less threatening.
right.
You see what I'm saying? So they were being treated differently in the house, where the dark skinned guys had to be out there. And obviously, you know, where the whole, I forgot what the term was, but
House
you know,
niggas.
to win
You know
your
what it was? House niggas.
win
It
your
was that
freedom.
another term.
Nah, not that. But to win your freedom, you had to either tell about a rebellion,
Snitch.
snitch,
your
basically,
emancipation.
save your master life, or find a way to make him more money so you can win your freedom.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so-
and a
so
lot of
they-
times they wasn't bringing in money to help them win their freedom, so they was snitching.
Right.
Yeah,
So
you
they
see what I'm
turned
saying?
the dark skin against the light
Right.
skin, and
That's what goes back to what I just said. House
and we
niggas.
still talking about it till this day, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Man.
I mean, because
This is the Woody
to be
Johnson.
honest with
Light
you,
skin
there are
versus
some
dark
people
skin.
that walk around thinking they are superior to other
Because
people.
of that.
Because of
of
that.
that.
You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? So I mean, we can say it don't exist, or we can say it's bullshit, but it really does exist.
And it was
You
psychological.
know what I'm
saying? both
That's
sides.
that's a part where, as a whole, they planted and they beat us.
Well, I mean,
you know, they kind of psychologically they planted that, you know, and over the years that lasted. That was a part of their division.
It's embedded in everybody.
Well, see, and
but
it
it don't matter.
That
though.
program.
here's another thing to throw it off. Do you know when you know Howard University,
Right.
Yeah.
Black college? Right. Do you know why Howard was made?
Because
Equal and
it
separate.
was because the slave owner wanted to have something for his children that wasn't his children, but it was from black women.
Yeah. That was a
Am I
school
wrong?
for
Am I right?
mulattoes. That is
Yeah.
exactly right. It
It
was a
was a
school
school
for
for
mulattoes.
mulattoes.
Okay,
Since
okay.
they didn't want them kids to go with the white
White
kids,
kids.
so they started that school. That's
They
why
talk
he was
about
smart
that
and
in
everything.
they
So a lot.
Okay, say
Spelman
that.
is the same way.
they
Right,
brought that
right.
up in
You see what I'm
in
saying?
Spike
So,
Lee
man.
movie. It was part of the Spike Lee movie.
Do the right thing?
No.
No.
What?
School days.
School days. Right,
Part of
right.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they did have
that's
that
why there
concept
was
with the
always
dark
that.
skin.
Doodoo bug.
Light
Remember
skin,
Doodoo
Doodoo
bug?
bug, yeah.
Doodoo bug had to go with the light skins. Doodoo bug and
Oh, I
what
hated
you
the
call
shit.
it.
I was at
Yeah.
Morehouse. I dealt with that shit firsthand. I'm the one who asked the question because it just gets old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's stupid.
Because
It's
I sat down with Courtney G, a comedian, and he's like, you know, you're doing real well, and the white community's never gonna like you, but the black community's never gonna support you either. And I said, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm mixed. There's, like you said, there's a superiority from some light-skinned people. Same point, I feel like it's the other way around.
Yeah.
I got
I'm
something
never
to say- I got
black
something-
enough
I got
for
something to say.
motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
got
that shit. That's
Let
where
him
I
say,
was
let him say.
getting
Hold on,
I'm gonna
hold
let
on.
you finish. I got something to say to you.
So it's one of those where, like, for me, like in what I'm doing, I'll go do a comedy show and I gotta cuss a nigga out and show I'm hood before you'll laugh at my jokes.
Right.
Right.
I gotta show I'm hood enough for niggas to laugh, but it's like that's not what it's about. I shouldn't have to be hood to be black.
Come on.
Right.
And so
That's real.
even when you ask me, am I the manager or something? I feel like that's brainwashing. I'm just a nigga in a suit. Why I gotta be a manager? I gotta, you get what I'm saying? Why I gotta be working so much?
Right.
And it's nothing against you, but everybody does this. No matter where I go, it's, oh, what's up? Why you wearing a suit? What? Why not, nigga? Why you wearing sweats,
I'm gonna
nigga?
ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this. Cause I did say you was a nigga in a suit, but yet within the same thing, what you look at me and see what I'm doing? What do you when you see me? What do you think I do?
Drunk,
I
causing
don't.
reckless.
I don't.
No, but I'm asking you a question. But if you see me, you say, "Hey, this, I might be a director of some place. I might be this. I might be that." If you look at me, what do you think I am?
I don't judge.
It doesn't matter about judgment, brother. This is about an answer.
I don't judge. I'm giving you my answer. See, I've
So,
seen all different
next
walks of
question.
life.
No.
Well,
Then he's slipping on the question.
Not really.
He's slipping on the question.
Let's
Yeah, you
let
actually
this
is.
play out.
Actually, you is. You slipping on the question. I asked you a question. What do you?
Next question.
Right. Next question.
Okay,
Because
my fault.
I was like, is he gonna see you in
Man, I
sweats or
wanted to
something?
do-
You don't have
I wanted
no
to hear
sweats.
it. I wanted to hear
But
So
see,
I don't-
within the same thing, he said something to me and said, "This is what I thought of him." But I can't say nothing about what you
But
think of me.
it's
No,
not.
he's a
It's
comedian,
not
though, so he
about
might
you.
say some stuff.
So
But
we're
see,
talking
He's
about.
a comedian.
This
but
isn't
he
the
still ain't saying
personal-
what he think that
All
I
right,
am.
here we go.
Let's say
Let's move on.
But here we go. We're gonna keep it moving.
You
You
know,
know, Kings and Round
Before
Table.
I read,
This seat right here.
That's the thing right
This
here,
seat
man.
right
I'm
here.
telling you.
No, but this seat right here.
This seat tonight.
This
I'm
seat
gonna
right
do
here
it.
brings out
We
the
gonna
best.
pop, we gonna
This
pop
is-
shit,
Here we
man.
go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hold
Hold
up,
up, hold up.
Let's go.
Hold up.
thing, bro.
Body
Hold
up.
up. Let's do it.
Hey, sir.
Next question.
No, we're good.
No, we good. We good.
Everybody.
So
Yeah,
before
we
I
go.
read,
Question.
before I-
Question.
before I
It's a
read
new
this,
thing.
that question you asked, I seen that somebody asked that question to Bill Cosby on I Spy one night.
Ooh, and you know.
Him and his partner was black
Yeah.
and white, so they always went
Yeah.
through that.
Yeah.
That's what that show, the writing was based off of. But it was comedy
Well,
and
what
certain
you
things.
think?
You have to look deeper into the
What
I
you
Spy
think?
show,
Yeah.
the movie, and what
What
their
you
concepts
think?
was about.
That's the whole
Now,
thing.
on
Thank
to the
you,
next
brother.
question.
All right,
Come
we're on
on,
to the next
brother.
question.
Here we go.
Next question.
Oh, sorry about
No,
that.
we good. We good.
Huh. Do you feel like you're supposed to be a role model for all kids? Now, I'm asking the comedian this first.
Oh,
Yeah, he's right. He got to
That's
answer
a
first.
good
Either right, yeah.
So, yes and no.
Yes.
What I do on stage and my material is not for kids.
Right.
The way I run my business, the way I promote Superman Productions, the way I give underrepresented groups stage time, and the way I donate back to charities with every one of my shows,
Right.
that is a role model for kids.
Okay.
Right.
all right.
Now, you're not
Right.
old enough to see my material. You're still going to be somebody else's kid at 18.
That part.
But when you 18 and somebody's kid, then you can watch my material. But the way I do business, the way I carry myself, the way I'm doing my business, being transparent, paying people, and giving other people opportunities, I'm definitely a role model for kids.
Say that.
Come on.
Don't give up.
That's good.
Man, I try to be a role model just on the simple fact of being paralyzed from the waist down. And there's certain stuff that I can't do that I used to be able to do. So I just try to show that I can do it without telling people that I can do it. But sometimes I got to tell people I can do it just to show them because they can't believe that I can do it. That's why I went and bought me a truck that's, you know what I'm saying, show people I can still move you. I may not be able to pick this cowboy. I may not be able to pick this stove up, but I can still get that stuff from where it needs to be to where it needs to go.
Right.
But you're going to have to move it.
Right.
Even though I can't physically, I can still get it there in a different way. So that's the way I do things, is show you better than I can tell you. But sometimes I got to tell you because you may not know.
Jam.
That's real.
Yeah, I always feel that I'm a role model for everybody. Because like I said before, I'm a role model just because I'm a black man in this America, and I'm still out here surviving. I'm from Chicago. I done did what I did. I'm always gonna be the person that I'm gonna be. And you know, you look at all these kids. I done did football, all that kind of like stuff, and I'm trying to tell these people, hey, I done did this before. I got knots on my head just because of the stuff that I done did before. But yet I'm still trying to show you, thank you. I'm still trying to show you how you need to be better than what I was at that time. So I always feel that I'm a role model. And every black man or white man or green man or whatever man that you is, you always should be a role model for the next generation.
Right. Say that, Jim. Jim, what you got to say, man?
I think it goes without saying. We used to, you know what I'm saying, watch each other's kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you ain't got no neighbors, it's just motherfuckers you live next to.
Definitely.
Ooh.
You know? I think you try to, you know, any kid that you ultimately have regular interaction with, you want to leave some type of imprint. And you want to hope that it's good. If it's bad, fuck him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's some fucked up shit, you know what I'm saying? Trifling motherfuckers do some fucked up shit to kids, you know what I'm saying? And on all levels of the shit. And if you one of them, fuck you, faggot. And your mama, you know what I'm saying? It's some more shit.
Right.
Can't say
That part.
Anybody else
I
on
can
that?
take that one back, but that part, you know what I meant. I didn't mean that. I meant, you know what I meant.
Right.
Anybody else on that?
Forget you rainbows. That's what you said.
No, I don't want to do that.
I didn't say that either. No.
I don't
On
wanna do that.
to the next question.
Because that's not
So
that's not what
Oh, let me get the next question. Let me see what we got here. So, damn. Is it hard to trust people?
Whoa. Is it hard to trust people?
That's on you first, B.
Hard to trust? Yeah, because just the other day my car broke down. So, you know what I'm saying? I had, shopped around, went 4 or 5 different places. I went to this place and I ain't had no highs, no hair rub. And I just pulled up and I asked them, hey, yada, 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 this is happening. I said, man, I'll take care of you. My tranny was out, you know what I'm saying? And they did some stuff, you know what I'm saying, and got me back on the road. So, it's hard to trust. I walked down there only paying $800 some odd dollars. I'm thinking I'm gonna be at $2,000, $3,000, $4,000.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Just on that, you know what I'm saying? I know that
That
ain't
was
got
the
nothing
plug.
to do with trust. But you know what I'm saying? You pull up to auto shop, you ain't know none of these people, but they did me well. J&E Wheels, Tires and Automotive in Ballard.
Right.
They did me good.
That's the plug.
So,
You're supposed to call the angry tow truck driver.
Yeah. Right. The angry.
Man,
Go ahead,
yeah,
Jam. Go ahead,
it's
Jam.
hard to trust anybody, man. You know what I'm
He
saying?
got me to the place, but my car was still available to drive.
Okay.
And it was only down the street from my job, so that's why, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Jam.
It's hard to trust, you know what I'm saying, anybody. Your family, your friends, anybody. You want to, you know what I'm saying, but you ultimately, at the end of the day, don't know what's in the heart of the next somebody. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
real. That's
And I just hope that we don't end up in a situation where, you know what I'm saying, you fuck my trust off, because then it's that's
Yeah,
when you're
'cause-
going to force a reaction.
Right. Because trust is something I feel that is earned. And I mean, you gotta learn to trust somebody. I mean, when you meet people, you might not know them, but you gotta learn to trust them. You gotta find a way to trust them until they ruin that trust.
I kind of feel the society that we're living in today, the era, the energy of what's going on today, trust has been diluted as the generations got on up, and as we got older, the trust, the meaning of trust, it's got so diluted in the actions of individuals. You know what I'm saying? That people who have let people down, because if you trust me, if I do something to you fuck my trust off, if as cool as we are, it's gonna. Any human, it's gonna bother you. It's not gonna make you mad. If we ain't really that cool, we really ain't that cool. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I wanna fuck them up. I wanna fuck them up, whatever. Right. But if we was really cool, like me and him, us, like we are, you know what I'm saying? If I did something to dishonor your trust, that's gonna disappoint you more than it's gonna make you angry and mad.
Then that goes with trust within yourself. You know, you with trust within yourself, you trust yourself and understand whether you have other people around you, or yet within these other people around you, how much do you feel that if shit went down that night, if something went down that night, would that person be there for you? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, some of my people, like these three, like Brian, Kay, and Hodge, I trust them in a situation more than I trust myself. Okay. Because we act on some way other stuff, but they will prevent that. Like, man, we don't got to do that. We don't have to act. Hey, we don't. So I feel. So sometimes that's right. Sometimes it's not, because there's a couple of motherfuckers around here that I trust them more than I trust myself. Because me, hey, I'm liable to do anything at once upon a time. Going back to what you just said right there, and I'm gonna put this same person right here. And that person right there was sitting behind you. And I trust Hodge too more than anything in the world. You know, I'm a crazy motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie. But this person right here done calm me down. He done did stuff and helped me out when I was over there doing some foolish stuff. He said, James, you better than that. You better than that. So, that's trust. This man right here, I trust him like a brother. He actually, threw rocks at my house sometimes. I gotta get him for that shit. But within the same thing, I trust him like a brother. Next question.
Anybody else?
Keep it moving. Yeah.
It's cooking, man. It's cooking. Yeah. Plug the plug.
Be quiet,
plug the plug. Hold on. Plug the plug.
Hold on. I'll be quiet.
All right, you can catch us Urban Solutions on Facebook Live. You can catch us on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You catch us on Instagram.
Hit the bell.
You catch us all week. Okay. Throughout the week, 6 to 8. Whatever. Also, email your music to urban.solutionsfm@gmail.com.
That part.
Which is sponsored by It's a New Thing Apparel. Get your gear at It's a New Thing
at BigCartel.com.
Come on,
okay, say that. Say it again.
Come on.
You gotta get it. It's a new thing. BigCartel.com. It's a new thing. Come get it. Come on, man. Y'all know it's all
I got some breast cancer awareness pink stuff coming. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do some giveaway and we're gonna do some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing it out there.
Urban Solutions. Yeah,
back to the table.
All right, here we go. Next question.
What you got? Have you ever been cheated on? Oh, read that shit.
Man, that's some real shit.
Have you ever been cheated on? And how did you find out?
Woo!
Whoa!
It's on you. Next man up.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
I think that's
Dylan.
That's a good question. Nationality.
So is it a yes?
You know,
have you been cheated on?
I don't know. I know I done cheated. I ain't gonna
Nah, that ain't the question. That ain't the question.
Oh.
The question is, have you been cheated on?
Yes.
And how do you know? Or how did you
Yes.
how did you
We all
find
have.
How'd you find out?
How'd you find out?
How'd you find out?
Ooh, I got it. I got it. These guys know.
Oh man, I don't want to tell this truth.
Lisa.
Right, this is
Lisa.
the cold truth.
You remember Lisa? I was
Lisa.
hitting it. I was over there hitting it. And she called out another nigga's name. Oh, so
Hey, we
excuse
just
me.
talked about that, huh?
Excuse me. I'm getting used to this.
We was just talking.
We just talked about that.
And she called out another nigga's name. And I was
Did you
like,
keep hitting it or you
hell no, I
stopped?
stopped.
Really?
I stopped.
Oh man, so you do them all. You quitter.
Nobody likes everybody.
Nigga, you know what I'm saying? She gonna pay for that.
Oh, that's when you dig hard.
You gotta go.
You supposed to go hurt somebody else too. But
All right, Stacy.
but
At
yeah,
that point, we role playing, but
I'm like, yeah. I can answer that truthfully. You know how I found out? When I got caught cheating. That's when I found out. That's when I was, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like kind of like a pass. She gave me a little pass. That's all right, nigga, because I did this. All right, you know what I'm saying? Even though it bothered me, I sucked that one up and walked away like,
took that one to the next.
I took that to the next because it made the playing field even.
Right.
She could, in the conversation, it went over for a couple of weeks. It was like, well, okay, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you decide to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, how we gonna play this out?
Not
That's
B.
crazy,
You
though.
up next, B.
Man, I put it out there, man. I found out, you know what I'm saying? I want to, she knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, she was cheating, but I know why she was cheating, because I can't fuck her. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be mad at her, you know what I'm saying, for fucking, you know what I'm saying? But I know she got, she got my best interest, you know what I'm saying? She got my back, so, you know what I'm saying, for that night of joy that she had, okay, cool, but she been with me for a while, so I can't be mad at it.
right.
Pimp shit.
I got a story. Go
ahead.
I got a story. Okay, so my cousin called me.
Marcus. We know you got more than one, but go ahead.
You have to throw out there, but I'm gonna just throw.
I was just sitting there thinking, do
I
I
gotta
want to tell this one or not?
No, this is real though.
Yeah, was the question.
No, this is real though. It
Yeah, I know.
happened a while ago. It was my girl, right? But anyway, my cousin called me, and he was like, "Hey, how you feel about this girl?" And I was like, "Oh, she's cool. That's my girl." And he's like, "You love her?" I'm like, "Well, she's all right. Why? What's up?" He's like, "Man, I got her in the car with me right now."
Whoa.
And I'm like, "For real?" And then it was just like, "Well, what's up?" He had a friend in the car. Hey, let's hook up. We all hooked up. We still kicked it. He hooked up with my ex-girl. I hooked up with her best friend. Everybody wanted her best friend anyway. So I got the best friend. He got my ex-girl. And it was that. But the way I found out about it, I could have been mad at my cousin and shit, but I was just, I love my cousin more than I love her, though.
You didn't double up.
What do you mean double up?
Man, you had your old girl and you had a new girl. You guys wasn't switching?
Got to ring the bell?
Nah, he took my old girl. I got the new girl.
How you gonna ask him if he didn't double up?
I'm just
But you
saying, that's
quit.
how I found out. That's how I found out about it.
Yeah, you quit.
That's how I
instant
found out
shrivel
about
up. As soon as she called you Tyrone, you went instant shrivel up.
He was like, I'm
Look, man,
Yeah,
I
go
think real shit, man. I think it's happened to everybody. It happened to me, you know what I'm saying, a couple times and shit.
part of life.
I was a tramp and shit. I did some tramp shit. My bitch did some tramp shit, you know what I'm saying?
Man, trap shit happened in life.
When you're young and shit and you think you got that pole and shit, you know what I'm saying, and they throwing it at you, you gonna throw stick around.
I need to hear
Yeah,
I need to hear what you're on.
True.
Who?
He right.
Man,
And
I got another story.
ultimately though, look, okay, so the bitch had a baby by a nigga I knew. You know what I'm saying? And I found out because my homeboy was fucking her too.
God,
Man,
Neither one of
I'm
y'all.
not gonna say your name though, baby. I ain't gonna say your name.
This mine wasn't that bad. So for
Let him-
me,
On me?
I had a chick I hollered at. She had dumped her boyfriend. I think we were together like 4 or 5 weeks, right? I'm noticing the bitch got whole tendencies. Like we said, I look around one night and I see the pimp nigga damn near pulling her, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this ain't
Pimp
good.
rules always apply.
You know what I mean? And I'm just looking. So, swear to God, one night, she don't come home with me. The next night, she called me and told me with her ex, and her ex is like, nigga, I'm fucking your bitch. And I was like, no, nigga, I had your bitch on loan. I was fucking your bitch. You just got her back. That's all it was. So, she was cheating on me. You get what I'm saying? But when I thought about it, hold on, she dumped you for 2 months to come fuck me for a while. Who's losing here, nigga? Like, come on. So, It's happened.
See, when you got that pole,
Right, that pole position. Huh?
I got good dick and bigger problems.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, man.
All right,
cheat.
next one.
Yeah, everybody been cheated.
This
out.
is a good one.
All right,
This
here
is
we
a good
go.
Oh
one.
shit.
This is a good one. What is your poison?
What is your poison?
Fuck, that's easy.
That's some shit right
What
there.
is my poison?
That's some, I put it with secondary poison.
I mean, I don't know. I can say I don't value money like I should, but then pussy could be a poison too, you know.
Bingo.
Because
Bingo.
I love pussy, but I ain't fucking everybody no more. But, you know,
So your poison got to be something that you know is going
What's
to
the
get you
poison?
In trouble.
in trouble.
Yellow
You know
tail.
you shouldn't be doing this because it's going to get you in trouble.
Yellowtail
right.
wine
Would
is
it be the
mine.
is it the pussy?
I ain't gonna say pussy gonna get me in trouble, but man, I can't say what's the poison, man.
It
Poison.
used to be
Look.
mine. I feel you.
Look,
That
man,
used to be
right.
my
For
poison.
any man, it's
Pussy
got to
used
be
my poison.
women. You know what I'm saying?
Women,
First,
yeah.
that's the easy thing, right?
That's the cop out way.
That's the
We
cop-out.
all can say that as a
Right.
whole,
Right.
individually and everything. Now,
Right. So individually
I
and
got a
shit.
good one for you.
Individually and
I got
shit.
one for you guys,
I
too.
smoke a lot of weed, and I'm not gonna stop for nobody.
Right.
I got one for you guys. Longevity. And longevity is understanding about what you have to do to survive, to have another day.
Look, what longevity?
So is
You
that
quit.
your
Wait, I was about to say, wait a minute.
You ain't got no long.
I'm doing it now.
Hey, you ain't got no longevity.
I'm doing it now.
David over there, the short stroke that
You quit. She better not slip and call you baby. Else you gonna quit.
I got a good one for you. Right now, in a business sense, my poison is white fragility. Because anytime I deal with white fragility, it is going to damage me. I can't. When white women come at me with their bullshit, I can't respond. If somebody feels threatened or feels a certain way, I cannot respond. My poison right now as a businessman and an entertainer is someone's white fragility. And what I mean by that is when they feel some sort of way about me, whether I've done something or not, I'm not allowed to respond. I'm not allowed to go at them. I'm not allowed to attack. I'm not allowed to be aggressive. I just got to take it.
So then my
So
question
that's
to
more
you is
your
this.
patience
question
though.
to you is
That
this.
ain't even
That is my poison because if I deal with it, it will destroy me.
A poison is like this.
See,
A poison is like, okay, let's say I love drinking. We know that's my poison then because you ain't supposed to be drinking. You know that'll fuck up your job, getting DUIs or something. But oh shit, I just love this motherfucking beer.
True.
That's a poison. You see, so or like you said, I can't stop fucking these white bitches. You know what I'm saying? Now,
You're right.
you know you need to stop because it's about to break up your marriage. So, the
Social
white girl,
media.
blondes, is
Social media
You
is
see
my
what I'm saying?
poison.
So that's a poison.
Social media is my
Yeah.
poison then.
But that's
Okay.
about control, though. It's controlling the way that you deal with it.
Ain't no control over poison.
Right.
No.
Social media is my poison.
Poison is poison.
Actually,
Yeah,
the
it
control
is,
is
it
this:
is.
you can get away from it, and there's other way that you can still have your.
But that's why it's a poison
you can still
because
have-
you can get away from it, but you.
You can't.
You
But it's
not
easy for you to get away from it. It's like your drug.
But you still have the way that you
Come on,
can
F-book.
deal with whatever his being a comedian because he's still got other outlets to that.
Kind of like
You can't
stopping.
let that control you.
Kind of like stopping when they call you Tyrone, huh?
You can't
No, you don't. Then you
Let
stop.
Ramsey say
You
something.
can't tell somebody how their poison is just because of what they do for a profession.
True.
You see what I'm saying? You just can't do that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like mine is gonna sound stupid, but money is my poison.
Come on.
Because now I'm chasing money so much, getting my business under control, I'm forgetting to have fun. I forgot how to have fun now. You see
That's
what
why I
I'm
say I
saying?
don't
So it
value
becomes,
money because I spend it.
it's a good poison,
Yeah.
but at the same time it's bad because you still got family and friends.
You got, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You still got to make that time for
Vices.
family and
That
friends.
still
You
You
see what I'm
still
saying?
gotta have
that
fun.
still goes back down to
Hey, hold
control.
We don't have
Hold up, hold up.
Hey, we don't
Hey,
have
Brian
fun
got
like we
something to
used
say.
to.
That still goes back down to control.
Brian.
Sorry, Brian.
Drugs and hoes was my poison.
Yeah. And that
You got some
ponytail.
drugs, you can go get some hoes.
You can get some fellatio.
And you can go do a whole lot of shit with some drugs.
I was able to
See, I can't even really go fuck no more. So then I definitely got to stay away from drugs because I ain't get no satisfaction out of neither
Oh
nor.
Lord.
Drug can't be
Drugs and
poison.
hoes was and is still my poison.
You already answered yours?
Everybody else?
Everybody answered their
I
poison?
think I would reset mine though. Success is going to end up being my poison because I'm too worried about being successful and chasing money than sitting down, enjoying the show.
Right. Yeah,
Sitting
see?
down and watching the show I'm producing instead of trying to network and make the next one.
Yeah.
Worried about being branded and going out, and I'm always talking about how I'm Superman instead of just saying, "Hey, I'm Dante."
Right.
I think we're all having that problem.
For me, and like you said, I'm saying that's where my poison is going to be. Is that I want to do all these drives, and it's stopping you from doing other things.
Yeah.
It's stopping you from you enjoying the moment or being that person. Or like for the next 2 or 3 years, I know I'm not going to see my kids, so I'm going to let success be my. Am I going to get too caught up in that and get back to getting my kids once I'm successful? Or am I just going to say, fuck it, I'll pay this child support and go wherever I can go?
Right. Okay. Anybody else?
Totally feel that right there.
That's whole grown man shit.
And then after you go, we're going to go to the
I'm
next
gonna
gonna
question.
understand
cut this short. Man, it sounds like you scared of success, dog. That's what I'm really sound like. You
damn it.
scared of success.
All right.
How is that? How is that? How is that? No. I want to see
You
some
sound
of
like you're scared of success. Because regardless of what everybody got paid child support, regardless of what kids they got. Once you lay down and you mess with this woman, you got to pay for that child.
It's always a
But you sound like you scared of success.
I think you missed the whole point of what he was saying. I think you missed the whole point of what he was saying.
They always poison, right?
But he wasn't saying within the same thing. Success can still be your poison, but yet within that shit, it sounds like he's scared of it.
Well, the value of money is not poison.
I don't know.
I don't value money and shit.
You gotta go back to the.
I got a suggestion.
I spend it when I ain't got it.
We can get off
What
it.
is your poison? He's saying that's his poison.
That's his poison.
So look, you could.
That's what his poison. He's
Not
saying
the
he's
morals of
scared it.
society.
He's just saying
Right.
that's what his poison
And you
is.
gotta respect that.
I think this show.
I was gonna say, look,
I think this show is scripted because the hecklers are always sitting there.
in that seat.
Hey,
Stop. Let me.
All right.
Let me respond.
He's gonna respond to your
I
question.
gotta be quiet. Let me respond.
He's gonna respond. Hold up.
Okay, so this is what I'm trying to get to you. Instead of me saying I'm Superman Dante Barnett, my name is fucking Dante Barnett.
I didn't say your name.
You're not listening. I'm giving you my perspective,
All right,
brother.
go ahead, bro.
So instead of me saying to you, I'm Superman, Dante Barnett, I'm Dante Barnett. Who in the fuck is Superman? That is an image and a brand I fucking created. I am scared that one day I will be more enthralled and enthused to be Superman than to be Dante Barnett. You don't understand how successful I think I'm going to be, obviously. Because if I'm going to be that successful, anybody will tell you, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, any of these
They all fucked
motherfuckers.
up.
Am I bigger than being Bill Cosby, the son of my parents, or am I Bill Cosby and them niggas don't matter? That's what I'm scared of.
I got you, brother.
Right.
I got you.
Well, they don't know you, but they just know you as Superman. Oh, that's Superman.
Next question.
I didn't hear Superman.
Right, next question. Next question. I got the next question. Here we go.
Lord,
Kings
that's
of the
right.
round table over
That's right.
solutions. It goes down.
He said the truth right there.
All right, here we go.
We're gonna start putting a card over there that says heckler.
Yeah, don't put it in my hand.
All right, here we go. Come on.
I ain't gonna say nothing else.
Question. Wait till everybody get quiet. All right, here we go. How far would you go before you check someone? Okay, how far would you go before you
Can I
check
start?
somebody?
My bad.
Who we checking
You
today?
can really, you know what?
I need to hear this one.
I
need to hear this.
To me, it depends on the situation. You see what I'm saying? If you just keep pushing and pushing and pushing,
This is gonna be fun with this one.
I might not snap. But if it's something really stupid, yeah, I might snap instantly. You know what I'm saying? So that depends on the situation.
Right.
It depends on the situation.
It depends on the situation. Like somebody owe you money, somebody just
No,
didn't
see,
show
okay,
up.
here's my theory about people owing me money.
We getting somewhere else, right?
No, because this goes with snapping.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? This goes with
I'm
how
following.
far would you go to snap. See, I don't really trip about if you owe me money because let's say
Especially
if I let you hold
$200
$100,
less.
$200 or something,
Yeah, that's nothing.
and you ran off and you didn't come, and then it took me $200 to get rid of your ass.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's
Bingo.
how I look at that. So don't come back around. $200 gone.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how much. That's how I look at that.
Okay.
Now, once again, if you start doing some ignorant ass stupid shit, I might snap instantly. I might go off instantly.
Well,
Okay.
for me,
You know,
it's these days. I have patience. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These days, you know what I'm saying. It's kind of rare. I kind of reverse. An old man ain't supposed to have no patience. You
Gotta
know,
have
old
patience.
man. But I have patience these days. Once upon a time, you couldn't even finish the sentence, or I just come in and look wrong. I'm gonna flip. Or I was really the aggressor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The oddball man walk in. If I felt that energy, I'm the aggressor. It wouldn't take me no time to flip. One half a beer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I think it depends on the level of disrespect.
Bingo.
That's true.
You know, like certain shit, you know, you don't let your people slide. Like, nigga, watch that shit.
Right.
That's you checking a nigga in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could be the first 3 farts. You know what I'm saying?
So
or you could let him run, and you know that's gonna get out of hand.
Yeah, that's like how far is it check them before they really get checked, you know?
It depends on the disrespect, I think, man.
It depends on the situation.
Check.
Really
Really
in that
check.
situation.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta check the situation quick and fast so it doesn't
Yeah,
escalate.
immediate.
Too.
So
If you let it escalate and then it gets carried over, then it gets out of control. So sometimes you gotta check it right when it gets started.
Right at the door.
That's what I'm saying.
Because if
too.
you don't check it right when it happened, man, it can escalate into some bullshit that none of us need. So check it from the beginning, slow it down.
Niggas go to ice skating
check
on you.
yourself before you wreck yourself.
So
I said that shit.
So for me, after 2 years on a 6-month state of anger management,
Oh no.
He said after 2 years of a 6-month stint. That's like in detention on Monday, but going Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Go ahead.
I ain't got nothing to say.
I heard that.
So here's my thing on this one. And
All right.
I've been focused on a new word, which is transparency,
Yeah.
and focusing on being transparent in the moment.
Change
And
the
instead
language.
of taking shit 2 days later, 3 days later, hey, cuz, didn't like what you said there, man. Tread lightly. If it's business, remove yourself from the situation and tell them, hey, motherfucker, you getting personal. This is business.
Yeah.
Address it right then and there.
You have to. If you don't, it's going to fester. It's going to turn into something else. And then there's the mixed ambiguity of what you looked at him for, what you said. So I got to be transparent. I got to tell you right now, I really don't like how you talking to me, player. That's cool.
Yeah. That's checking somebody.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you got to stop.
Right. I don't like how you looking at me.
But he didn't snap.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
didn't snap.
But I don't snap no more. I can't afford to snap.
Right.
So
I got a
mean,
brand,
checking
I
ain't
got-
you got
snapping
things to
nobody,
lose.
bro.
Can't
Once
afford
I
that.
check you know how I snap like I did. He said, I remove you. Oh, you don't
Right.
want to fucking listen? Cool, you're right.
Gotta go.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Do me a favor.
All right. Next
Hey,
question.
we're gonna keep
Sorry.
it moving.
All right.
Next question.
Now this question
Everybody got checked.
Oh, shit.
is
That fat.
is that question.
Here we go.
So
Ruh-roh.
the question is
Dun, 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 dun.
white privilege.
Ooh,
And
White
what is it?
Don't look at me.
ooh, I got you.
White privilege, right? White privilege.
I got one for you real quick.
Don't look at me.
I got this one. Being a mixie, I feel like I can kind of talk in between, right?
Oh, we got a little man for the right. Always answer
oh,
man to the
wait.
right answer
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Go ahead, Jay. My fault, Jim.
Man. So look, I used my white privilege and shit to go to Garfield High School.
To go to Garfield.
Yeah.
Got no white privilege.
Man, my daddy he's a half-breed, man. You know what I'm saying? And I sure as shit stink
does
marked
not
white and got into Garfield because they was busing us out to Ballard, Ingram. You know what I'm saying?
They was
Out
busting in the 90s.
Man.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Nigga, I went to Ingram, living on 9th and Madison, motherfucker.
They was taking they was taking all the smart little niggas, taking all the little smart niggas and sending them out there. You know
I'm
what I'm
living on
saying?
8th and Madison, going to John Rogers.
Hold up,
Let's get back.
everybody
Let's get back here.
So how do you get your white privilege?
What is white
I
privilege?
marked the white box.
You marked the white, but okay. say
Because
that
back
again.
then they were schools and shit, Seattle schools and shit was locked in this shit where ultimately they had to have a certain quota field, you know what I'm saying, of white students and black students and shit, minorities and all this shit for them to get this funding and all this other shit. So they took the smart kids and shit from the south end and the CD and sent them way out to Magnolia in the north end and all that shit. And
They
then
did
they
that.
brought them motherfucking kids and shit to the city and shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's how they
Yeah.
moved this money around or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
But
got a lot.
how I ended up going to Garfield was I marked the white box and shit because they weren't taking no more black
I'll
students.
tell you what, white privilege
I was
is.
going, and I was going to my mama's alma mater. So
Listen,
Go ahead, Barney.
That's deep.
and you know, I'm a half-breed. So, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
white privilege is the White House today, the motherfucker that's sitting up in there, and America.
America's white privilege.
America is white privilege, and the motherfucker that's in the White House that just followed the brother that came out the White House.
You gotta
Right.
be more specific than that. Like you gotta get in more detail than that. Like what about it?
What
How was
about
that
it?
just white privilege?
How was that white
Yeah,
privilege?
because I mean, think about it. You just said it. The brother was in there.
He
So
got a lot of money though.
you know
Right.
how is
But-
it white privilege being elected a president? Because for all 44 before we had whites and the one brother.
And the one brother.
The one that counted, the ones that counted.
Right.
Well,
I got
look who won. We don't even got to say, look. If that's not white privilege in America, money, status quo, say, he didn't win because motherfuckers voted for him. Because a whole bunch of motherfuckers keep saying they didn't vote for him, white or black. You understand what I'm saying? But then there's a lot that did.
was Russian.
That was,
It was Russians.
that
Okay,
was,
hold on. We got you.
It was
I
Russians.
think that was his status within the circle. You know what I'm saying? The powers that be. That was his status, man. Everything that's happening now, that's being brought to light. Them motherfuckers knew he was like that before it got
They
brought to
knew
light.
that.
For the
Yeah,
simple
they knew that.
fact, because he was running in that circle for years.
And he don't even care.
He was switching sides. He was a Democrat, depending who was in there, lobbying for them. Then he was Republican, depending who was in.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's
What you
I
gotta
got
say,
you.
Jane?
I
You
got
know,
you.
Going back to what my brother's saying right there.
Let's
Yeah,
do it,
you're
Jay.
right. You're right. But you got to think about it. It's been like that for forever. You think about it, man. When slavery stopped back in the day, I can't remember what day it was or whatever. They were still doing the stuff. They changed it from a different kind of thing. And what I mean by they changed it to a different kind of thing, that they took away from slavery and they made it be that, oh, we can get you on a little charge of, oh, not we're going to work or you drinking outside. We can put you on the chain gang. And that's the one thing a lot of people don't understand about the whole thing what's going on with that. And so when we talk about white privilege, it goes within itself. You gotta really think about how everything is. Yeah, it's been that way. It's gonna be that way until we take control of the way that we look at it in life.
No, it won't never change because it's a privilege.
It's a privilege.
It's
If
a
y'all
privilege.
seen Watermelon
It's a
Man?
privilege.
Right. Or the spookers that
And,
behind
and
the
see,
door.
and then that goes back to what I said about Gator Bait.
Database.
throwing
So,
black kids.
I would say white privilege.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. No.
I'm just shaking.
I would say my biggest thing that I see as white privilege is the meth epidemic being called a disease. And the crack epidemic was a drug addiction.
Yeah.
That's true.
I remember in 2008, one of my friends told me that his mom was addicted to meth and they lost his house, and I laughed at him. And he got pissed. And I said, "You're a white guy complaining about drugs ruining your home? Ha ha! Who cares?" The white privilege is not having somebody who reads your resume and read my name is Duante and go, "I bet he's black." White privilege is when you get pulled over by the cops, you don't feel scared. You feel safe.
Right, yeah.
Okay,
And
all right.
white privilege is being able to open carry a gun and not get shot.
True.
True.
You know what's so funny about that?
And they call
I'm
you
sorry.
sir and mister when they pull you over.
I'm sorry
Yeah.
if I'm saying too much. You guys let me know and I'll be quiet. But he's right about what he said right there. And you know what? That woke me up right there because I forgot about some shit what happened to me. You know, I'm driving down the street. They telling me I'm going over the thing. It's on camera. I ain't do none of that shit. And then once they pulled me over, I told them, I said, man, I got my gun over here. They put the gun on me. They had the gun on me. They had me in their scopes.
Yeah.
But yet within the same shit, what they said, what they got me for, what they said that they was charging me for, they threw the can back in the motherfucking car and charged me for drinking and driving.
Here's another.
Okay.
Here's
Go ahead,
a
Baldy.
bigger scale. The crack was an epidemic, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was an
That's what we
epidemic.
did
That was
yeah.
okay. Now these pharmaceuticals, these pills that came through,
Right.
they on some. Let's get it under control so we can regulate it.
Yep.
You
Right.
understand that? And
Man, let's get. They already said 70-some% of the epidemic for the pharmaceuticals is white people, all the way from the top to the bottom, from the motherfuckers that's making the pills and running it to the motherfuckers that's giving the scripts to the motherfuckers
what you gotta say
designer drugs,
Yeah,
man.
white privilege is out there, and I'm white.
Right.
No, you ain't.
You know what I'm saying? The color of my skin says so. You know what I'm saying? But and it's a cold day just out here when I'm stuck because I'm white. You know what I'm saying? But
I got a question for you, Pim.
being with the black folks all my life, so I see it. You know what I'm saying? And I live it. But you know what I'm saying? Like I try to tell my sons, though, my oldest son, he got my last name. To take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Because your last name is Shellabarger and your first name is Michael. You know what I'm saying? So take advantage of it, you know what I'm saying, just because you can. But my youngest son, his last name is Williams. You know what I'm saying? So there's more Williams, you know what I'm saying? And he's got less of a chance than the Shellabarger do. You know what I'm saying? So I tell him to take advantage of it just because of your name. You're going to be able to sneak through some stuff. So it's out there. It's true.
Yeah, it's always been that way. It's always been that way. And, and actually, all you brothers have been right about the whole thing that you're saying about it. You know, and within that same thing, it's crazy.
Well, all I can say is, man, I ain't never been white, but so I can't really say what white privilege is. I mean, I know I've been arrested and did stuff where, you know, I talked about white people because I felt they was fucking with me, but excuse my language, but they was messing with me. But those are like police officers getting pulled over and stuff. But they was using their white privilege to pull me over and act like I was doing something wrong and I wasn't. And so I was upset. So I don't really I don't see white privilege like everybody else see it because I'm not white.
It's this.
But
oh, God, sorry.
But I mean, it's out there. I mean, I'm just saying it's out there.
Come on, man.
People use it for their own justification, man. I don't know, you know.
It's this dude here in Washington State. He has a business, right? And he did that old, gene thing that you do, you know. He found out that he is 4% African American.
Right.
Now he wants to use the affirmative action.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They shut that down though, right?
No, he's going to court still for it.
I thought they stopped the affirmative action.
So,
You know how deep that is.
He's
Right
trying to get all the benefits that's there for black people.
you know
Yeah, I
how
thought
deep
they
that
shut
is.
To
affirmative
me,
action down.
that is a plain, blatant example of white privilege. You already
Well, it's
have
so
all
fucked
your
up.
things you can get.
Right.
Now you want to go to the black people and say, "Hey, I'm 4%." Like that really means some fucking thing. Where was you when we was getting our ass
But
kicked?
check-
Where was you
Right.
when all the bullshit was going down? Now you want to claim it when it's good?
the other
That
one-
is
Right.
blatant
Ugly as
white
that shit
privilege,
White privilege.
as you can see.
It's like
Not to cut you off, nigga. You know I fuck with you heavy.
Go ahead, Jim.
I fuck with you heavy. But that shit so deep, but nigga, look. So, you know, the fact that he's got 4% black makes him black.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was
I
gonna
can't-
say,
the
I'm
4%.
only 39%, but I'm still nigga.
The 4%, because this is what they got on all the paperwork, all the shit. No matter how much nigga you got in you, you's a nigga.
He ain't a nigga.
One drop
Listen.
of blood.
Right.
That's what he used
But
to
it's
do.
fucked up
we
though
gon-
that
that
he's
was-
using this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because
We black and
well,
still
you know what I'm
can't
saying?
get
That
it.
part.
No.
Right.
Just
Black and
because
still
he's
can't
got-
get to some
yeah.
of the affirmative.
Just
That
because
part,
you
that's
got,
real.
just because you may have 30% white in you, does not make you white.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You fucking
So
right.
if you got
I ain't
4% black, does not make you black.
It only pertains. Look,
That's just a
just got a
small
snippet. A
smidget.
snippet
Now
of
that what y'all
blackness
talking
in it.
about, the little drop, that was for white people to use against us. And then the Native Indians turned around and used that same treaty for the black folks not to get no land and stuff that they were supposed to give us. So you can't use that same thing on us.
Right.
That was a rule against
Look,
us.
I got filed for racism. They did the shit to me because I said, "Oh, you two white people sound the same." They said that was racist. Just how the fuck was that racist? So yeah.
First of all, now I can go down that line about racist, but that ain't the topic. I can tell you about racist. You see what I'm saying?
Hold up.
That is not even the right
We're
time.
gonna go to the next question. And before we go to the next question, I'm saying around here we got urban privilege. So I mean, urban privilege around here all day. Urban privilege.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. Next question.
Here we go.
Man, look.
Yeah,
See
yeah.
what it do. What it do.
Yeah.
Do you think the Donald should be impeached and why?
Talking about Donald Trump.
Am I to the right?
Yep.
Yep.
Come on, Baldy.
Okay. So,
Politics.
in our history, only 2 presidents have been impeached. Well, the one,
Actually, it's been.
Hold up.
as far as
I'm sorry.
in this century, let's say in this century, the last century, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The last 50 or 100 years, it's only been
Only
2.
2, right.
Okay? One got impeached because he sent some spies and he was, whatever Nixon was doing, he was doing.
did the
You know what?
Okay,
He
the
resigned,
other one,
though.
yeah, he was on.
He
was
resigned.
On, yeah, well, no, he got impeached because he went
Okay.
out. Now, the second one,
resigned again.
he got impeached for getting his dick sucked.
Yeah.
Real
yeah.
talk.
In the Oval
In the
Office.
Oval
For getting
Office.
fellatio.
Now, okay,
I never had
they all they had was her word, her. All they had was her word and a dress from
That
4
blue
months.
dress from
That
4
blue
months
dress.
ago, right.
Whatever she was doing to keep showing those nasty broads and wash her clothes, whatever. Now, the Donald, people tend to forget when he first started running, before he became the president, all this shit, all the grabbing by the coochie, yeah, grabbing all the evidence that they had against this man, his own words, his own actions, his own. I don't give a fuck what you guys think, whatever. I'm doing this.
And they accepted it.
All the rules he's broken.
Get that part.
For both sides, for the people who voted for him and the people who didn't vote for him, he's been shaft everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's not a hard question to answer.
I can say one thing.
He's broken all the presidential laws there is.
If he gets impeached, I don't think he's gonna leave the White House. I think he's
think his balls that big?
Huh?
You think his balls that big, huh?
Man, I don't think he's gonna leave.
I think there's enough rednecks
Listen,
to make him believe his
that
balls
part-
are that big.
Nah.
that part.
I tell you this, if he refused to leave that White House,
It's gonna be some
Okay.
hold on. Everybody that's working for him, guarding him, Secret Service, military, all them dudes, they not gonna stand there and fight for him.
Are
It's
you
not
sure?
Korea, none of that.
Hold
It's
up.
America.
Are you sure?
Right, it's America, right.
No, I hear you.
Listen,
but you don't
listen.
believe there's enough left-rightist Aryan motherfuckers working in this circle that are willing to die?
Not military soldiers.
Okay.
Not
So-
soldiers.
Yo.
We getting off the shit, but
You gotta. First of all, we need to understand what impeach is.
Right.
Okay, impeach does not mean you're getting kicked out of the White House.
Right.
Yeah, that's not what
Impeach just
impeachment
means you're
You're gonna get in
validating
trouble.
something.
And you're getting fired
need
with no pension.
You need to validate what you're saying.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Basically, like almost a court.
Then you gotta get voted
You see what I'm
out, right?
saying?
One thing you guys
Hold
gotta
up, hold up.
understand.
Let my man finish talking.
Impeachment don't mean shit. Should we impeach him? No. For what? What the fuck? Nobody care about what the hell he doing. All this
He
shit
did
is
something
just
with the Russians
basically
and all
like
that, and it ain't nothing.
it ain't nothing.
Right.
It ain't nothing.
I don't
This
think
shit is
he-
all just bullshit.
I don't
All of
think he
all of
not
them been
gonna
doing
leave.
this.
Yeah,
All of them
right.
has
Yeah,
been doing
he
this.
just did
see
it in
what I'm
their
saying?
face with no cloth and dagger, no skull and bones, no hiding and shit. He just
they
like
don't
he's
care.
like this is what we do.
Impeachment, no. What I think we should do,
Right.
you vote on your lower levels to get him out of there.
cheers.
That's what you do.
What you guys
All right, hold
don't,
on.
what you guys don't understand, the House is gonna impeach him. It's about the Senate.
Yeah.
What that was controlled by the Republican
Exactly.
people was not gonna do it. So he's not gonna get out of office.
Okay. You got something to add, Brian?
Man, if they impeach him, they just need to hurry up and get to this.
Before he started war.
So look,
Once he start a war, yeah, it's a wrap. You
There's
can't
no
impeach a
election,
president.
no
Right.
none of that. Why it's a war?
But
Right.
you still got the Congress and all them other folks that's sitting up in there, you know what I'm saying, to hold him
Congress
from
and
doing what he think he gonna do.
Yeah.
He got say so but he ain't got say so of all them other people sitting in that Senate House and that White House.
Yeah.
He can say some
It's a
shit, but they
Republic
can
House and a
still,
Republic
they,
Senate.
Yeah.
He
they
doing
can
what he
still,
doing.
they can still vote his ass down and slow him down.
Yeah, they gonna
so they
bust
need to
this.
hurry and go on.
They
and
will
get
bust
that.
this noodle
Go
today.
ahead, go ahead, Jam. Go ahead, Jam.
So check this out, man. If I understand the shit on the
The news.
that part, okay? Impeachment. These motherfuckers done had to prove some shit that they said wasn't the shit,
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
well then. Y'all know they lied about shit. He told you dumbass niggas he was gonna do
Thank
all
you.
that shit.
So
He
impeach him on what?
ultimately, you know what I'm saying, said, watch, I'm about to go over here and grab that bitch by, you know, her
By the
yams and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and on a
then-
serious note, he did tell you, yeah, I'll go over there and talk to these dictators. I'll go over
Yeah.
there and have a sit down with them. I don't need
Yeah.
to be,
Right,
no contusions or whatever the hell he was
ugly.
like, no, whatever it is. I'm like,
I just
he
think
said he
across
was
the
gonna
board,
do it, and
nobody
he
likes
did
the
it.
boy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
I called
So
him
get
at
out of
4 in
there.
the morning. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I called him at
You
4 in the
know,
morning.
he did it. So I think right now the
He was
problem
a
is,
dirty businessman before he
That's
became
the key
president.
right
why
there.
do you
That's a
think
dirty
he gonna be
president.
honest?
so
But ain't America a
impeach
business?
him.
I mean-
No, I think you should wait till he get out of the seat. And then you charge him with
Spank
the
him.
charges. Then
Well,
you can
I
arrest
think-
him.
I
The
think what's-
only way he'll
hold
be
that
able to
for
get off then is whoever's acting president will
to pardon
pardon him.
All that's happening
And
right
I got a
now.
question for you,
hold
brothers.
up. All right, before
After
you
you
ask
ask
your
your
question,
question,
I'm just saying, all that's happening is there's an election coming up, and they're just trying to make go vote, and looking at all this stuff that's going on with this president. We're gonna impeach him and bring all these charges up and stuff. And I mean, personally, it's kind of like this is just election type.
I think
It's
when
same
he,
old same
I
old.
think
Same
when
old,
he gets
same
Old
out,
monkey show.
Yeah.
I think when he gets out, the district court over there in D.C. and over there in New York, the East Coast, they're gonna file some charges on him because they're holding them. They got all
filing
of
charges on him.
No, not that. The district court ain't. They haven't did it
Oh, not
yet.
the district
yet.
court.
Yeah, they haven't did it
There's
yet.
a lower level court.
Yeah.
The higher level court.
But yeah,
they
you
haven't.
can't charge a
They
sitting
gonna-
president.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
James got a question for us. Let's
So
James
with
ask
the
us a
same
question.
thing, who do you think is his person that he thinks higher than anybody else in the life?
Who?
What?
Richard Nixon.
Hold on, I didn't
Richard
understand
Nixon
what you
did
said.
what?
Yeah, what was the question?
Richard Nixon.
Come on,
He
back
said
that
who
up. Back
does
that up.
Trump idolizes? Richard
Trump
Nixon.
idolized Richard Nixon.
No, you know who he said? You know who he
Yeah,
tweeted?
you do.
You know who he tweeted? He idolizes Genghis Khan.
Exactly. He
That's
wants
who
to
he
take over the
said.
world.
That's
Look
what
it
he
up.
said.
Look it up.
He wants to
bet
take
you-
over the world.
I
It's
You
bet
didn't see his
Trump.
tweet one day. He went off and did like 50 tweets, and he was talking about
Look it-
Genghis Khan. You remember that?
He wants
kept
world
saying-
conquest.
World-
What you're saying.
He said
But
Genghis
look it
Khan
up.
was the most powerful man he felt in
Right.
history who conquered the. And if you look on
Conquered the
history,
most shit.
Genghis Khan,
Genghis Khan
he
conquered
almost
almost
took
the
over
whole
the
world.
world. You know what I mean? On
Look
elephants
it
and
up.
shit.
He-
you know?
Everybody's truth
He
is the
went and
truth.
talked to he talked to Richard Nixon. Look it up, and that's all
Yeah,
I
he
gotta
talked to
say.
Richard Nixon when.
That was one
Richard
person
Nixon
he
was-
idolized.
Nixon was losing his mind.
What you
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
Richard Nixon? That's the one that got impeached.
Impeached for what? The Whitewater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
so,
was he
Watergate
doing
scandal?
prior to
but
that?
do you know
You
why?
know why they did that?
You know why he talked to
You
Richard?
know why they
I
did
ain't
that?
saying that.
His
Do
father,
some research.
his father hooked him
I
up
do
with
research
Richard
every
Nixon.
day, dog.
Yeah,
I do
do some
research
research
every
on
day.
He only
Nixon,
talk,
man.
hey, but they make it seem like it was
He
something
helped a lot of
big. If
black
you know that
people,
whole
though.
story, he talked to Richard Nixon
And that's how they
because
got it.
his father.
All right, we're
But
gonna go
that,
there.
like, that has
His
nothing to do with
father
his
was
impeachment.
building.
Nothing to do with his
Impeachment.
impeachment. So
Yeah,
let's stay
yeah.
on track.
All I
If not,
can
let's
say-
move
Next
on.
question,
Let's
next
move on.
question.
Let's go.
He was
Next
pissing
question.
shit on a higher
Somebody
level.
still talking
Yeah,
about his ass.
yeah, his
Let's
father
talk about
was,
his ass.
I'm tired of
Fucking
talking about Trump.
Let's go. Next
Keep
question.
it moving.
You drop.
Let's go.
got that
Dropping
bomb.
too many jewels.
Okay, let's have some fun.
Come on.
If an artist sounds old school, do you still support his cause?
Fuck yeah.
Man.
Like me right now, I don't.
Well,
I'm younger. I'm probably the youngest nigga on the panel, and I don't listen to none of this young music.
Okay.
I really don't. If it wasn't recorded on a record.
so what is
and
the
it wasn't
oldest
on
guys
this-
you listen to then?
Oldest?
Yeah, the oldest guys.
Man, I'll go back to Muddy Waters.
Oh,
Uh,
good man. Okay.
Etta
Deep,
James.
Come
I
on.
sing Lou Rawls.
Oh, you
I
going
can
back
sing
to
Louis
classics.
Armstrong.
Okay, I think he said
Classics.
Red Man Money Waters. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on, he talking Red Man.
Red Roses, dude.
Okay, Dizzy Gillespie and
So
stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like Dean Martin, Frank
Okay.
Sinatra, I like it all. So for me, I don't really listen to the new shit. Like every once in a while, I hear a new R&B and oh, okay, that nigga actually singing. What's his name? And I'll listen to him. But like anything newer than about 2003, fuck it, I'm cool.
Okay.
B?
I'm stuck in the 90s.
You feel me?
Anything I say about shit, I got shot in 93. I say about 96, 97. I'm done.
Yep. Woo. Anybody else got that?
Yeah.
I love my old school artists.
I'm a clown. Hey, you know what? For honestly, like what he said right there, I'm not into that mumble rap. That mumble rap is crazy. This new stuff they got out here, man. I listen to Too Short, Ghetto Boys, Willie D, all that, man. I'm old school.
Now
I'm old
remember,
school.
didn't our parents used to say that about our music?
right, that part.
But we're still listening to our parents' music, though.
We still listen to that.
Because I gotta say
Okay,
something.
but-
I gotta say something.
Go ahead.
Because there's always new music coming out, and all the music ain't trash. All the new music ain't trash. It's just not what we're used to. You know,
No,
we're
it's
used
already-
to a
it's
different
already
style of
being
music.
Yeah,
The question
you're right,
again
but a lot of-
was, I just want to make sure I stay on this shit.
You right about
If
that.
an artist sounds old school, do you
old
still
school,
support his cause?
Right.
Listen,
Because a lot of people like, oh,
yeah,
hold on.
yeah, man.
A lot of people
My
say you
fault.
sound old school.
My fault.
You're not gonna make it.
I went off the
Your rhymes are whack because you sound old school. I mean, it's just like
But our
they're
parents-
comparing the
that-
old school from the new school.
But what he
artists.
was saying, okay,
Right.
you got to think. You know,
I
when
respect that.
Elvis was banned from TV and
All that.
showing from the waist up and all that. And back when he was grinding, when he was coming up. But now look, he's Elvis Presley.
He's still
He
alive
was,
today.
he was the hardest. He was one of the greats.
Yeah,
you know?
Okay, here's a better example. Jay-Z. All right, when he was in his prime, couldn't nobody touch him.
Man,
Right.
As he started doing, you know, with the Black
Features
album,
and-
and after the Black album,
OJ,
you know, all this. Like,
whatever.
do you still support him because he's still dope?
I
He
like
ain't
it.
just in his
So-
prime no more.
As a mature man, going, and I don't mean mature your age, I say maturing from young thug to getting to being your age, I appreciate his newer music more than I did when I was younger, because his newer music ain't got me wanting to ride around, rob somebody, and sell some dope.
But why would you be out there robbing somebody?
Nah, we ain't doing that.
We ain't doing it.
So I
Hey,
support it because, like I said, and I agree 100% with you do, because a lot of his older stuff, he was talking about, you know, real
Chicken.
giving you game. You know what I'm saying? He was giving you some game, and it was up to you to
Right.
pick it up. You know what I'm saying? And as an older cat, do I like when some people sound old? Look at Bruno Mars. He said he got that old Prince
Old
and
Prince
Minneapolis
and Michael
sound. You
Jackson.
see what I'm saying?
They
That
say Michael Jackson
Morris
love
Brown,
child.
I mean Morris Day at
Morris
the
Day,
time. You see
Billy
that
Ray,
whole
yeah.
sound is from
right.
back in the day.
Yeah,
And he's a new cat.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, if you dope with it, yeah, I support that.
And her.
If
Come
you
on.
sound like
You
trash,
Come on.
I can't support that, man.
You
I don't
gotta
care
have
how
more
much.
than one song though too. If you're true,
You gotta have a feel.
You gotta
have- yeah,
it got
yeah.
to be
Some kind of
It's gotta have some flavor with it, though.
Man,
Yeah.
if it's
Someone to
flavorful,
listen
it's
to 'em.
flavorful.
Can't just
If
be
it's
that one
shit,
hit wonder
it's shit.
Whether it's old school or new school,
Like
That
what's the
part-
little
rap
chick that was in that
is
movie?
good.
Janelle
Monáe.
Monáe.
Oh, I love
She
her.
got an old school sound
Man,
to her
she's so
music.
dope.
You
James
see what I'm
Brown
saying?
type of thing.
Right,
dancing
she's
around.
dope.
She's the one that does
She is
American Boy,
dope.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
American.
no.
No, that's
her.
the chick from England.
Yeah, I like her too.
see
Yeah,
them-
she. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Doing it with Kanye.
Yeah.
Man, Gisette,
Something like that. Yeah.
So-
all right,
But yeah,
everybody
still-
still with this one?
Estelle, there
We
you go.
like
still,
all
yeah.
music long
Or LMA.
time.
LMA's the other new one.
Right.
We're gonna keep it moving.
She got
to the
that
next
90s
question.
I
sound.
got a new.
Oh, I can't read
We
that
all
one.
support.
That's not a
Hold
good
on, give me
question.
that.
That's
No,
not.
you gotta
No,
take
no,
that.
no.
We gotta-
What is
we
it?
gotta see
That's
it
not a
first.
good question. That's not a good question.
Well,
Hold up, man. Come on, man.
that's all right.
That's
a
all
better
right.
question.
You
This is
don't
a
call
better
no
You
question.
shots.
can't call
That's
it
all right.
shots like that, man. It's all.
Read that.
It's what's in there. Whatever you pull out, you
gotta
gotta
read it.
go with it.
Go with it.
Protocol.
here we go.
Top 5 NFL running backs all time.
Oh, we just talked about that today.
Let's go, Brian.
Hey, Steve.
Hold on.
Okay.
B,
You guys shut
Walter
wait.
Payton.
Yeah.
number one.
I'm going Walter, number one. There's others, you know what I'm saying? But my number
Name your
one.
five.
I got him a running back. You understand?
Stop saying
who are
that.
I'm just saying Walter Payton is my number one.
Okay, gotta be
And I
number
got
two.
Eric Dickerson.
True. Okay.
Oh, you understand what I'm saying?
Town.
I got Barry Sanders.
Three. Nice.
And then number 3. Hey, anybody
No,
else?
4.
I got
Number 4.
Number 4, shit. Bo Jackson,
Number 5.
Emmett Smith.
There you go. What you got, Jay?
I'm going to my boy. I'm going to my boy Steve.
You're next.
No. Come on, this is
James, hold on. All right, I'll go ahead. Top 5. Yeah, I got my 5.
All right, I'll say it.
I
I'll say it.
got Walter Payton. Your first top 3. Walter Payton, Eric Dickerson.
Town.
Who was the third one?
Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders. I got Tony Dorsett, Emmitt Smith.
Oh, hell no.
Well, you know,
That's my top 5.
I'm a diehard, so I'm with the nation. So salute to the nation.
Marcus Allen.
I got to go with Marcus Allen.
Marcus Allen. Yeah, he was
You
good.
see what I'm saying?
Because he was from Oakland. He went to Oakland,
Then
LA.
he was
Yeah, I know.
USC.
NSC. Yeah.
Then I have to go with Peyton Sweetness. That's number 2. Number 3, Big Bo.
Right.
Big Bo.
You know, back to the nation.
Right.
Bo Jackson.
Number 4, Barry. And number 5 has got to be Emmett.
Yeah, okay, say that then.
It's
What's
got to
yours?
be Emmett.
God, man, I'm about to say,
Come on,
I'm having
Jim.
fun on this one.
Man. I'm gonna follow with Walt.
True.
Then I fuck with Bo,
Bo.
Barry.
Yeah.
I fuck with Emmett Hart. And then town shit, man. Marshawn, fuck everybody.
Marshawn Lynch all day.
Okay.
Okay, I respect that.
So everybody had
Step up.
Walter as the first. So my first,
In no particular
you had
order.
except you.
yeah.
So I'm going
That's my
Jim
top
Brown.
five.
All right, Jim Brown. Okay,
All right.
so
Yeah,
Jim Brown.
I see you.
Pop your collar on
Right.
top,
We're
nigga.
Then
going
I'm
back.
going Walter Payton.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? After them, then I would go Marcus Allen.
Okay.
The nation.
After Marcus Allen, I would go Barry Sanders.
Okay.
After Barry Sanders, I would go with Ricky Waters.
Ricky
Waters.
Before that, yeah, he
I like Ricky Waters.
Ricky Waters.
Best running back ever. Running back is the man, Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
That motherfucker had no quarterback, no defense, no receivers, and would still run for 2,000 yards in the fucking season.
So Barry's your number 1.
Barry's got to be number 1. The only reason why
Okay.
nigga ain't got the records because he didn't want to play for
No, he
fucking
quit.
Lions
He
no
said,
more.
I'm tired of getting
Come on.
beat up. All right, Barry
So
Sanders.
who's
go
your
ahead.
Number
Top
two.
five.
Number
Hold
two.
up.
Number 2, you got to be honest.
Yeah.
I got to go Jim Brown.
Okay, Jim Brown.
Because Walter Payton played on a team that was immaculate. It's easy to be Walter Payton and Emmitt Smith when you got the teams they're on. Nothing personal. But that Bears defense,
Well, see, now you
Okay,
talking.
what's your top five?
we all have our opinions.
Right.
This is the reason
No,
why
we're
I
just
say
saying
that.
your top 5. We're not
I'm
going
going
into
with it. I'm
details.
going with it. I'm
We're
giving
going
my
with it.
details. I'm allowed to. Shit.
We're gonna
Jim's
go into
number 2.
details.
Number 3. Some of y'all did. Number 3. Honestly, I will put Walter Payton up there because he broke the record on the Seahawks, and that shit pissed me off. I remember watching that game.
I enjoyed it.
Fuck you guys.
Every bit of it.
Fuck all you motherfuckers.
They really
Number
should
4,
have
though,
Jim
we need to
Brown.
bring in some of the new school. And one of the best running backs that y'all ain't said yet is Marshall Falk.
Marshall Falk.
One of the
Yeah.
only running backs to ever
Oh,
have
hey.
1,000 yard rushing and 1,000 yards receiving in this same season. He
like Marshall
revolutionized the damn position.
Yeah, he did.
And then on top of it, once you bring him in the game, my number 5, and you forgot about this motherfucker. LaDainian Tomlinson was a motherfucker.
Yeah, it was good.
He's a top 5 career rusher without winning a championship.
Hold up.
I'm glad that you guys left me for last.
Come on.
Number 1,
Hey, good one.
Gil
Light skin for the
Sayers.
win.
Gail
Gail
Sayers.
Sayers.
We got Gail Sayers.
Walter Payton.
Walter Payton.
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
He did.
Jim
He did
Brown.
the same season.
Sorry,
season.
Jim Brown. Detroit. Barry Sanders. And Earl Campbell. How you guys
Earl
can't forget
Campbell
Earl
was
Campbell?
But he never won a rushing title.
It don't matter. He was
Earl
running
Campbell was
motherfuckers
over
over.
though. I like Earl
He was running
Campbell.
motherfuckers over.
I like Earl Campbell.
Because out the
Okay, why don't nobody say OJ?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know why we didn't say OJ? You don't kill a white woman and then get away with it and start
Hey,
writing a
but he was
book.
filthy.
Once he
though.
wrote the book, he lost all his nigga
Hey,
privilege.
that
His head
motherfucker
was too big, man.
but
All right, we're gonna go to the next question.
Once that nigga
Hold
wrote
up. Everybody say their top 5. We're going to the next question. Let's do it.
Man, look, run it up, cause you know what I'm saying. It's getting kind of
His head
big.
was too fucking big.
I
It's
just
getting
had to
big.
throw that out there.
Here we go.
We're gonna
Brian, let's go.
Let's go. Brian's on the table. Let's do it.
Here we go.
Do you know someone that stepped on your toes to move further in their career? Name them by their first name.
Damn.
They're dead.
I'm ready.
Damn.
I'm ready.
Put him on blast. Put him on
Motherfucker's
blast.
You're up next. You're up next.
No, we got to
No, he up first. He got to answer
Hey,
that.
I'm sorry.
He got to answer that.
Side.
Do you know someone that stepped on your
That's
toes?
not that
I
old ass
know
question. That shit
Not
took
that I know of.
Not that you know of?
know.
That's asking for some
I
shit.
can't say I did either. If they did, let me know so I
Let me
could
know.
come
They
up
never
to
told me, man.
Nah, I know because I think I'm a pretty good judge of character. I'm
Right.
not letting you get that close to me, so I really haven't.
I had that happen.
You had it happen?
Yeah,
would've
but that's when I
whooped
was working at a bullshit job. You know what I mean? They put me in a supervisor position, gave me a week of training, and expect me to know all this shit. Then they was bringing, we're gonna bring this guy in. He's supposed to be your helper. Next thing you know, this motherfucker taking my position.
You training them.
I trained him to take my position. You know, so I mean, that was my last job ever. I've never had a job since. So I guess I got stepped on. You know what I mean? So
I've been stepped on.
Yeah, right.
I've been stepped on.
That's like the carbon copy shit happened to me and shit.
Man.
Talk that motherfucker out of cook, huh?
Fuck no, I ain't giving up these recipes, man.
And the motherfucker who stepped on me, I ended up threatening him and
It
they got fired.
Other shit.
Hello. Hey, that black came out. You're being real white.
First name only, though.
They made me train the
Oh,
motherfucker
fuck
and
him.
get
I
the
tell you,
motherfucker
Patrick,
more money.
if I see your bitch ass in the street, I'm fucking you up. Real talk.
Hey, the liquor
You know
don't
what I'm
get
saying?
any.
All right, I'm letting you know. That's the business when I see you.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
I ain't got nothing on that one.
Anybody else got something on this one?
What's the next question?
Next question. Here we go.
Oh, man, why I get
Come on, man. Here we go.
Yeah, we need to plug. We ain't
Let's
plugged
plug.
this in.
Wow.
Before we get to this one,
Yeah,
we're
let's
about to
plug.
give a plug. Let's go, Baldy.
Watch us on Urban Solution, Facebook Live, Sunday
Okay.
6 to 8. Email your music to
Yeah,
urban.solution@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at urban.solution.
Come on.
Sponsored by It's a New Thing Apparel.
Wait.
It's a new thing.
It's a new
.bigcartel.com when you want to get your gear.
Let's get it started.
Drip.
Get it.
Let's get it started.
Go.
Let's do it.
All right, man, this is a good one right
All
here.
right, here
man.
we go.
Here we
Keep
go.
the round table.
I'm
Keep
gonna tell
it
you guys
going.
before I even say this question, it's gonna get deep. Are you
Here we
guys ready
go.
for this?
That's
So
what
let's get
happened.
deep.
What is a racist?
Ooh, what is a racist?
Go
Good
ahead,
Lord.
Mr. Davis.
I would say a
talking about
racist
that
is
earlier.
somebody who just hate another person just because of the color of their skin or because they don't like them because they disabled or something's wrong with them. And they, I mean, race is racism. You deal with race, but I mean, it's like you can hate somebody just because they don't look like you. It shouldn't be like that.
That's your
But
meaning.
that's racism. That's my meaning of racism.
Anybody?
What's a racist?
I think
What's
we're
a
going to
racist?
be on the
What's
same
a
What's
page.
racist?
Racist.
What's a racist?
Yeah, racist.
What's a racist?
A racist
right?
is somebody who hates somebody because of their race.
Okay. Hello. What you got, Jen? Hello.
No, no.
What
no.
you got,
You
Ramsey?
smart nigga.
I know you got
It's
something
on
deep
you.
to say.
No, yeah, smart nigga.
I want to hear it real.
Come on, now.
Oh shit! Now come back to me.
Let me hear it
No,
real.
it's on
All right,
that
here
man
we
right
go.
here.
A race somebody who hates somebody because of their race. Right? But
No.
wrong.
Well, yeah, but no.
Come on,
Okay,
man.
no, tell me prove
If
it
you
wrong.
break the word down,
Come on.
what is racist? Race. Okay. Black people cannot be racist. The
Well, we didn't
reason
say
why
black people is racist.
Let
They
me
just
explain
said
because what is a
racist?
racist? I'm explaining it.
Right.
You right.
To be racist, you have to be in control of shit.
Exactly.
You have to be the dominant party. You see what I'm saying?
Superiority
The
is what I was going to get
superiority.
to.
All right.
That's it. So black people cannot be racist because what are we in the race of?
What are we in charge of?
Yeah, we can't.
We're not in a race.
Exactly.
But
We're not even in
it's
the
not
race.
that we're in the race.
It's the point of
Hold up, let me-
society. How the upper echelons is the white people. They have all their shit. They have everything. You see what I'm saying? So when you put a race and you put the IST on it, now you have cause to attach something to it. Ooh. You see what I'm saying? That's what a racist is.
I told y'all 3 weeks
It's
ago
not-
that this was a
So
smart.
so when you have black people saying, okay, prime example, what Charlamagne said the other day, shut your crack ass up before I slap the shit out you.
Who do you say
That's
that to?
not being a racist.
No, it's
He's just being
prejudiced.
prejudiced.
Hello.
There's a
Okay,
difference
and that's what we
between
were just gonna- I was
prejudice
gonna say.
and racist. You see what I'm saying? So we got this word running around right now in our society because everybody want to be politically correct, but they don't
Right,
even know
right.
what the fuck the word means.
Come on.
Racist or
You see what I'm saying?
racism?
Racism is the same as racist because racism is a group thing now.
Okay.
Wow. You see what I'm saying? It becomes a group thing.
Right.
So now I got something for you.
Message.
I mean,
Hold up, my man wants
And
to
that's
say
when I
something.
looked at you, as I knew we were on the same point as there. I don't make racist jokes. I
Right.
make jokes about racism.
Okay.
Right.
I'm not the superior race making the joke about calling white people master. I'm the inferior race, and I say I make white people call me master. That's me making fun of racism,
Right.
not me being racist.
Right.
So what we find is if without the level of superiority in that complex, it's not racism, it's your prejudice.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone is
So
prejudiced.
without the idea of somebody
part.
being
something.
superior, or there some sort of financial superiority, whether it be cultural superiority, because some of the biggest racists are actually in the Asian culture.
Yeah.
You're right.
If you're cultured enough to know, it goes Japanese, Chinese, and then everything else in a sense in a lot of places, right? So it's not without the level of superiority or the systematic injustices we face, it's not racism. It's just prejudice.
Right.
That's true.
There's a big
That's
difference.
Anybody else got?
now I'm gonna leave it alone. He was
Go
just
ahead,
saying
Bob.
right there. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying.
society, like they both were saying today, society has they put racism and prejudice in one barrel together, and then there's total difference. There's a you know what I'm saying?
The word they're using, they're like to throwing around right now is reverse racism. Okay, well,
Right.
when was the
How
last
can you
time
have
you seen a bunch of
reverse
niggas controlling a whole bunch of shit?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
Besides the
That would
so
be snitching.
it goes back to you got to check people on certain things and what they say. You dig their conversation. Sit back and listen to what they're saying.
So we can get off it. I just wanted to tell something funny.
Say something. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So 100, man. The pimp nigga had like 4 bitches.
Right.
He got charged with reverse racism.
Yeah.
They gave that nigga football numbers.
Ooh, really?
Buck Rogers dates.
Yep.
Well, see,
Get that
means-
nigga over 40 some odd years and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Then that goes back to you need to get you another lawyer and sue that firm
Yeah.
and the county
It
who
don't matter
set
about
you
the
up
lawyer.
because
Okay.
show me where there is a such thing as reverse racism. If you can prove that, then you got a case. If
It
you
was
can't,
targeting only white hoes.
you see what I'm saying? That's
No, I read the case.
trafficking.
But it was targeting only white hoes.
bitches.
Since he only had white
We
hoes,
still,
But that was the clientele, his customers. That's what the clientele.
Right.
That's what he prefers.
So that goes back to you need to sue that firm, and you
Get
get
it out of
that
here.
county and judge.
Because what they were
You
saying
can't have
is
reverse
because
racism.
what they were saying is that the white pimps weren't pimping as hard as the niggas was. So
No, stop that shit. Let me stop that
right.
So, hey,
Stop
let
being
me
a
interject
racist.
one thing though. We talked about white fragility, right? And what that was, and we're talking about racism. I think
What about
that's
black
where
fragility?
these, not white, sorry, white privilege. I think that's where these two things intersect.
yeah.
Racists are using hot words now to control their white privilege.
Yep.
I'm not a racist.
And the
That's a
prejudice.
hot word. Instead of saying I'm not being prejudiced.
Right,
You
right.
make me feel uncomfortable instead of saying I'm prejudiced and I don't like you. That's how they're using their white privilege to hide their racism.
Yep.
And I'm
better
sorry,
yet-
I just
or
found
better
an
yet-
intersection on what we were talking
I
about.
got a couple
Okay,
black
go ahead,
friends.
man.
I got a couple black friends.
I got what? Man, I was watching this show.
You counted them?
All two. I got two.
I was watching this show on Oprah. It was a bunch of women talking, and a black woman got up and said she didn't have no black friends. She didn't. She was, and she was like, she was on a panel with all black women, and it was weird,
But is that being racist or is that just being
She was just being honest. She was just being honest about
But
her
see-
situation.
That's
She wasn't
true,
being
too.
racist. She was
That's
being
right.
honest.
But see, to me, I think that's just being more naive than being honest because you got to understand just
Not even
because
about her
like
own race.
right, like okay, prime example. You know, we live in black neighborhoods.
Right.
So, just because you live in a black neighborhood, you don't know the white people? That doesn't make sense. You see
Ask
what I'm
Brian how
saying?
many white
If,
friends
so,
he got.
just because you live in a predominantly white neighborhood, what do you mean you don't know any black people? You see what I'm saying? Now, it ain't like that. Black people are just this scarce thing that you never see. Oh my God, what is that? So that doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying?
We had the stripes.
So I can understand if you see, I seen a redhead mulatto midget. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. A little person. Then I can say, okay, you don't see that.
Right.
You see, but there are black folks everywhere. What the fuck you mean you don't know no black people?
Right. That's
Right.
No,
right.
that means you're
That
being
part.
prejudiced.
That's by
Oh,
your
matter of fact,
choice.
you're a racist.
That's by your
Sorry, I
choice.
can't call him.
I'm not a racist.
I ain't hear this shit, so I
Well,
can't
you're
call him
reverse
racist.
racist.
Okay, next question.
All right, we're going to the next question. It looks like this is from. I don't even think this is a man's hand
female,
right
right?
It don't
here.
even matter.
Why you
Well, we
whoa,
gonna-
this
Just
guy's
don't
on
sing
the
that.
It's just questions. We ain't singling out.
What's one thing people would ever know about you just by looking at you?
One
I'm
thing.
paralyzed from the waist down.
That I'm
Okay,
bald.
bro.
I'm bald.
I'm bald, paralyzed.
Shit.
I'm a black
Just
man.
by looking at it,
Right, just by
I'm a black
looking
man.
at you.
something they gonna know.
Right.
I'm white.
I'm a quiet person.
I'm mixed.
I can't even say black man because I be having some Spanish dudes walking up to me be speaking Spanish.
Hey,
I'm like,
papi.
yo, what are you saying, man? Like,
Hey, you look like you might be Cuban, B. You
Right,
from
right.
Dominican
But,
Republic, I
I
said.
don't know that shit, bro.
Right, that's a trick one.
That's a good one.
I just say, I mean,
Right there.
hope they see me as a good dude. Oh, he's a cool dude, man. I mean, you know, he ain't gonna try to ride me or shoot me or
Who you talking
do
about?
anything. I'm talking about me.
Oh, man.
It says, when people look at me, I want to think that I'm trying to do something to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want them to see me as a black man first.
Man, hold on.
Yeah,
I look
that's
at you. I think that you was a new addition.
Right. Hey, Bobby Brown.
Jam,
Hey,
what you
Bobby
got,
Brown.
Sam? Hold on. What you got, Jam?
I mean,
Brown
just
man.
off
Hold on.
looking at me and shit, man, motherfucker gonna know I got a little flavor, man. You know
I
what
was
I'm
gonna say
That's
exactly.
I got a little flavor, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you want them to see?
I mean, that's not what I want them to see.
Yeah, when they see you, what do you want them to see when they look at you
What
for
was
the
the
first
question?
time?
Let's give it.
flavor.
Give me the question one more time. I'm you know what I'm saying? I want to get it right.
What's one thing people would ever know about you just by looking at you?
Never, never.
So,
I ain't gonna
Just
know
looking
nothing.
at you for the first time.
just looking at me off the muscle, they're gonna know I got some flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're gonna know I'm a black man. I got some flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Did you like
To
it?
your, you know what I'm saying?
You better stop that shit, Baldy.
Right.
There's two of us, man. You
Right.
gotta-
They
Shit,
treat us
you know what I'm saying? What do I
dark-skinned
want
like
them
that.
to see? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck because what they eat don't make me shit, and I'm trying to feed my family.
See, that, you
Real
know what
talk.
you say right there, sir? Now, and I give you much respect on that. We can look at everybody out here on this table. And, you know, we look at each other and say, man, we don't know what nobody do, except for you, as you told us. But, you know, you look at everybody, all of us can
We
look
know
at
what
y'all.
you do.
You know what you
You know
do?
what you do?
What I do?
You's a quitter.
You quit.
You gave up.
Then
She
you
called you
quit around.
Tyrone and you
You
tapped out.
Tyrone and you gave up.
Yeah.
You do it.
He feel this is all
He's short stroking, tearing them lips up. Somebody help! That nigga was short stroking the bitch and shit, tearing them lips up and shit,
Now
right?
you got
She
amnesia.
said Tyrone, that nigga said, fell out the pussy.
What's love, brothers?
Hey,
What's love,
Y'all
brothers?
already said it to him. Next
Hey.
question.
we gonna do the next
No,
question.
come on, man. Did everybody answer that?
Everybody,
Yeah, we
yeah,
did.
we got
Answer that?
We did.
All right, next question. We moving on. Here we go.
Come on.
moving.
All right. Bathroom
Here we
break?
go.
Bathroom break? Okay. Have you ever made a decision that changed your entire life? Have you ever made a decision that changed your entire life?
Ooh, that's deep.
That's on you, Jam. Jam.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Decision that changed my entire life.
Your entire life.
Your
Yeah.
whole entire life.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
I chose.
Hold on, bro.
I
it
chose
1,000.
to stop being a complete nigga and raise my own kids.
I can respect that.
This is deep.
I got it.
Always deep at Kings of the Round Table.
This is fucking deep.
I ain't gonna cry, but I'm gonna say it.
Go ahead.
I decided to lay in bed with this girl after they told me not to.
You got the icky wicky poo poo, didn't you?
Now we got grandkids.
We got grandkids.
Put it like that.
Goddamn. He said no.
My mama. This is real shit.
That's when he goes, I love you, baby. I love you.
Hey, that's real though.
Answer the question.
That's
That's
some
some real
shit.
shit.
My mama told me don't. My brother told me not to, who knew her way before I did.
Nah, I got
Way before I did.
And your ass being hard-headed.
Now I
Don't
got
want to listen to
2
nobody.
grandbabies.
Like, that poom poom was looking good.
Man.
On a
Right.
hot sunny day.
I don't know. It was
That's
alcohol
because you was
English.
drunk, nigga.
You got
Oh,
poison.
not the old gold.
There you go.
Yeah.
How many
So, I decided I wanted to be a nigga at Morehouse and be cool.
Uh-oh.
I had a full academic scholarship. I have a master's degree now, but I had a full ride to Morehouse for room, board, and tuition. But I wanted to be popular and hang out with the niggas and be more than just Dante. So when you talk about success, yeah, I mean it. And that has haunted me my whole life. I could have been 20 years old with a bachelor's from Morehouse and the rest of my life ahead of me, and instead, I'm on the road I am now.
It's levels to this shit, man.
Levels. What you
It's
got
levels to this
Brian?
shit, man.
Hey, real talk.
Karma is real.
Woo!
Karma is real.
I almost said something I shouldn't.
Go ahead.
Karma is real. The first shooting I committed is the same way I got shot.
Damn.
Ouch.
Wow. That is deep.
Ouch.
That's
I
deep.
really, I feel you.
Wow.
Anybody else?
You want me to say it again?
Say it again.
Anybody
The
else?
first shooting I committed is the way I got shot. Damn near exactly to the point, to the T.
Wow. Right. That's some real game.
All right, we're going to go to the next
I was
question.
gonna
on
go
that
to the
one.
next
Man.
question. That you sold that up.
Wow.
I ain't got nothing to.
Wow.
That's
man.
real gangster shit. Oh, I knew it was coming.
Where's the word?
So, man, this
All right, here we go.
this
Next
gonna
question.
cause for some comedy and some real nigga shit. And
Here we go.
we're gonna at the table. I think might actually split off the shit. We gonna pop about it. But the little nigga Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh no.
Did we
Yeah.
go this out last
No, we
week?
talking about his ass. We talking about his ass this
We
week.
were talking about
No.
it before the show started.
Okay, here we go.
We did go out to
Tekashi 6ix9ine, man. It's on
Rainbow
you.
here.
It's
Let's
on
do
you.
it.
It's on you on
Let's do
first.
it.
Come on, Baldy, go.
Okay.
What do we
so-
got? What about him?
So,
The whole shit. The whole shit.
So my,
Okay.
my thing about the Tekashi 6ix9ine, okay. So it goes 2 ways. Now, if you from our time, era, generation, when snitching, ratting is dry snitching, all of that. That's it. That's like, you know, Scarlet Witch type of thing.
Right.
Well, in today's situation, the Nicky Barnes and what was his Nicky Barnes' buddy name?
Frank.
Lucas, how he went in there. All of that shit is acceptable because there's a word called justification. And when you bring up this conversation and this topic, today's generation, they'll say, yeah, he did that, but they'll justify. You know what I mean? The value of what he did, it don't have the same value as it did. As it used to. Now, to me, I'm old school. I'm an old nigga. I'm still with the get down.
Right.
Niggas a rat. Niggas a snitch. Nigga did what he did.
Right.
He was a snitch. He was supposed to, like Snoop said, Martha kept her mouth closed and did her time. Once again, Martha kept her mouth closed and did
Martha
her
Stewart.
time.
But you know they say the nigga Snoop snitch.
Oh,
Man, look, man, y'all
We not
better,
doing
y'all
no
better.
he say,
Look,
she
man,
say.
look,
Right,
man,
y'all
the nigga, look,
nah,
the nigga
nah.
wrote James, did go check there on
But
that
we
nigga.
talking
Listen,
about
listen, we're not
Tekashi. We
doing
ain't
that.
talking about
That
Snoop
part.
Dick.
Can you look
Snoop
that up?
Diggity
Can you
dog.
look that up?
Here's what I would
No,
say.
we talking about Tekashi.
Tekashi, yeah.
Like I
I'll
said,
show you.
we talking about Tekashi. Now, Tekashi went on the stand and snitched.
Testified.
And testified.
everything
And named
he
names. He threw people in it who wasn't in it. He opened up new investigations.
Right.
He got a whole new. He made them put together a whole new squad to
By the
investigate.
way, breaking news.
All right, breaking news. Straight from the
It
press.
has
here,
come
Urban
out
Solutions.
that Elijah Muhammad is a Trey 9 blood.
Damn.
Wow, Elijah Muhammad is a trained nine blood.
Damn it.
Oh man,
I heard the Pope is too. I heard the Pope is too.
Casket.
You know, he doing his thing. You know, he was one of the founding members.
So
Or was it Trey 9 or 9 Trey? What the fuck is that again?
Whatever
Them Treyway 9 bloods, whatever.
But like,
Okay,
Richard,
hold on, let's
but like
hear it.
Richard Pryor says,
Right.
give a motherfucker a shoe size too small, he'll tell.
Yeah.
He told.
he told.
Right.
He did not want to go do them 40 some odd years.
Okay, but let me play devil's advocate here.
All right. What's devil's advocate?
Let's play devil's advocate.
How you gonna play devil's advocate with
Now.
Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Hold on.
So you
Hold on.
gonna
'Cause I didn't even want to talk about this little raggedy motherfucker.
come on,
anyway.
Right.
Come on, man, let's
Right.
go.
Devil's
So
advocate.
let me look at another side. Now let's say you know how we tight here, right?
Right.
Okay. What if you found out 2 or 3 of us here was plotting on you, doing some undermined shit, trying to steal your money, if necessary, do you in, like dome you, bro. Now it makes you wonder.
That's different.
No,
because this is
because
the
this is
situation.
what's going on.
And the police came and told you
You
this.
see
This
what
is
I'm
the level of the
saying?
shit.
Middle school.
No, I didn't care what school.
Listen,
I'm asking you a real question
up.
right now.
If I
You know
know
who
Niggas up.
you can't make okay, wait a minute. No. How you gonna fuck a nigga up when you locked up?
Hold
You
on.
understand what I'm saying? So my point is, I'm asking you a real question.
Right.
And
And
these
these
niggas is talking about doing you in, robbing you, extorting you, blah, and you
Yeah,
think
ready
these
to
your
kill that
crew?
Right. So what you
What
supposed
then?
to? I mean, what
You supposed to just sit
Who
in the
you supposed to
motherfucking
turn
jail and
around
let
to?
these niggas wait to come get you?
Yeah.
I mean, personally,
weak-ass
hold
niggas
up.
out
Hold up.
Oh shit.
I don't understand like who told him that, whatever. But personally, if something like that was happening, then I mean, eventually you gotta turn the tables around.
Okay,
See?
so
Get
so
them
now
niggas.
listen.
Right?
You don't know who told him this, right?
What you got to say?
The feds, the police told him. The police played the tape
because
for
you
him,
know-
gave him the video. The
because
police came and showed him. Look,
He's absolutely
these-
right because
these
if
niggas is finna
an
kill you.
attempt
Listen.
is being
Right,
made
so-
about
so-
you,
so
they
that's
have to
another
tell you.
thing. That's like saying, okay, well, I got way too much information right now
No.
on
No.
everything.
Can I give you a little perspective on this? I feel like I'm on the other side of the table.
I'm just saying,
Look.
if the feds come and say these niggas is trying to get me,
But they have
am I
recordings.
supposed to go work with the feds?
They have
here's-
recordings.
Here's
They have
my thing
recordings.
too.
They have recordings about these dudes talking
They
about
heard
knocking
the
you off and
they,
all that.
Yeah,
Right.
Let me
'Cause they was
interject.
bugging their phones and stuff.
Let me interject this
Okay,
piece.
so
Let me interject this piece.
so at the end of the day, though, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you still have the choice to say, I'm gonna go work with the feds because my niggas is trying to get me, or thanks feds, fuck them, they lying, they ain't gonna do nothing to me, and you gonna do your own thing.
and the feds
So
telling
here's
you
my
you're looking
question
at
to you.
47 years, whether you do it or not.
Here's what I
Right.
say to you, and here's what I challenge you to think of. And I'll take the perspective of Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'm from the hood, but I ain't hood. I've always stayed in my lane. There were times where I was fucking with niggas I shouldn't have been fucking with, and could have been put in a situation where the niggas I'm fucking with would have turned their back on me to make $1. And you want me to save their ass when I'm sitting in front of jail, and you're telling me these 7 niggas who I ain't never really trusted but have had me around have been plotting on me?
The whole time.
Fuck you, pay me. Get me out of here.
And
So that's what's
see,
happening with Tekashi
to me,
6ix9ine?
I look at it like
So
this.
that's
If you-
no. Think about it.
That
This nigga's
validates his situation.
hold on. This dude's not a hood nigga. They brought him into some hood shit,
I was just
and then you mad that this hood nigga's turning on you?
bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm not no hood nigga. I keep shit 100%
Now, that's
transparent.
different. Right, that's
transparent.
different.
And when shit hurts a certain level, do you know what I do? I walk out the room.
That's different, right.
They obviously let that nigga stay in the room or didn't tell him to leave.
Hey.
And then when they started squeezing on this nigga and he got put in a hot seat, you mad he told? No, you're dumb for having that nigga in your circle.
No.
That part.
No.
And
Nah, it ain't
hold
not
on,
having that.
hold
That's
on.
because-
Gotta get around the
Yeah,
shit.
a lot of
I need
dudes-
to-
a lot of
Hold on,
dudes-
Actually, this was
Hold
the
on, Ramsey.
person that you trusted at the time.
Right.
And he over there snitching like a little bitch.
No.
And you wanna know
No.
That's
But
actually
I
how
said
I say.
6ix9ine was fruity to begin with.
Thank you. And you got to understand
There
something.
you go.
This was little bruh that you put in
Right.
front. And
We
you
should-
try to
we
let
got-
him here. We're gonna tell little bro everything we're doing, and then say, okay, you're supposed to keep that a secret. He didn't come up like that. He wasn't trained like that.
So-
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
so
when you put him in a position like that, what do you think he's gonna do?
You don't know.
Okay, look, I'm gonna say this, and then we gonna
Big,
close
big,
this shit, man.
Jam's
We gotta
gonna
get
do
out
it.
of here and
Let
shit.
Jam say something.
Since, you know what I'm
Big
saying,
gonna
I
say
ultimately started the shit with the boy, man. Ultimately, if you enter into this street code of shit, you have to adhere to this street code of shit. And you know what comes with that. If you're put in a situation where
You're compromised.
you're compromised and you did that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it comes down to the heart of the man, my nigga. This boy ultimately paid his way.
He could have did his
But
time,
you
though.
started it.
You know
What
what I'm
did you
saying?
say?
47.
This
And he
boy.
could've did
this boy
47.
paid his way.
What'd you just say right
He
there?
wouldn't have did
This
the whole
boy.
47.
Yeah.
This boy, we took a commercial kid and turned him into a commercial gangster rapper.
Right.
Man.
And then the gangsters really started hooking with
In
him.
11 months. In 11 months.
Hold up. Before you go,
They started exploiting
Jerry, before you go, Brian.
But you got to
Take
remember
us home.
when he came into it, they put him out on the forefront to get their gang elevated.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Right.
And bring out to the outskirts to get their money off of him.
Bingo.
Then he probably wasn't paying them. Then that was talking about fucking, we gonna get rid of him.
Right. That's not how.
And that, you know what I'm saying?
Like it's changing right now and some other shit,
they changed it
but
around and they flipped it on him and he wasn't paying them. So they said, fuck it, we gonna get him. Now he's turning around and saying, fuck him, I got you.
Didn't
Exactly.
they get him? They
So-
got him.
so
though. They
basically-
tied him up and
so
put him in the trunk.
conclusion
Yeah, they
is-
got you.
They were
But now
trying to
he's turning
extort the
around-
little motherfucker.
Let's get off this.
In conclusion is
Yeah.
we had a
But
bunch
in
of dumb motherfuckers trying to rob a little ass kid.
Kid.
Yeah.
and he didn't have
That's
the money.
what
It
he
was
had
the
no
boy
heart
behind
in
him.
the beginning.
You see what I'm saying? So that's all it was. So
All right.
Okay, and on that note,
on that note,
It's been a blast.
Tekashi 6ix9ine, whatever you doing, keep doing you, cause I ain't doing you.
Watch your
Go
booty.
ahead.
on that note, don't forget to watch Urban Solution on Facebook Live Sunday the 8th.
Come on.
Email your music to urban.solution
Come on.
fmgmail.com.
Hey.
Follow us on Instagram at Urban Solution.
Come on.
Sponsored by what? It's a new thing,
It's a
Carol.
new thing, baby.
baby.
And it's where?
It's a new thing. BigCartel.com.
BigCartel.com.
Yep.
Dr. Dark Brew, October
And-
25th, Columbia City Theater. Come
Yeah,
out and laugh.
check
Well, I'm
that
just
boy out,
saying,
man.
dog.
He's funny, man.
Shout out.
Shouts out to K Rams, it's the angry tow truck driver.
see you.
Can I plug my own shit?
Yeah,
Plug
plug
my own shit, man. Look, check us out, man. Next week, man. The 4th, man. We in Yakima, man. You know what I'm saying? For the Shanti Ja Rule. We on the stage. Me and Saul, you know what I'm saying?
Shanti Ja
Splashing and
Rule.
shit. And we shooting a video and shit. You know what I'm saying? While we out there Thursday, Friday. So that part.
Yeah.
Okay,
tuned.
show up.
And all day, you know, you can get the Emerald City Street Life and Hip Hop Memoir. You can go to my website, mp2020vision.com, and purchase it. And yeah, it's some real shit.
Come on.
Thank you, Miss Annie and the LAGOG
And
Hodge.
Hodge, yeah.
Look
Yeah.
us up with it all.
And I love you, everybody.
I love all y'all.
Also, next Wednesday, Players Club in Des Moines, free open mic, Dirty Dozen, come have a laugh, first and third Wednesday at Players Club.
And you catch us
You eat
back
the pussy
here next
first, don't you?
Friday. Urban
Don't you?
Solutions,
Be-
King of the Round Table. Man, go
Definitely
ahead,
don't eat
Brian.
that.
Hey, and I got some
Might as well
of
lick
these
your dick.
shirts.
Hold on.
Can you come buy some? I'm broke and I need some money for paying for that damn party. Broke down on me, so can you come buy a shirt?
Right, because he didn't give up and we ain't giving up either. All day.
He don't give no white
And a shout out to
Steve.
Annie Mae.